It is a great day to be alive on this Thursday. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live at Magoo's on the Mound across ESPN Wisconsin. A fantastic place to be. Man, it brings me back to opening day. I think it was last year we were here, and the shuttles are amazing. And the reason why I bring up the shuttles right away is because you're going to want to hop on a shuttle because the Brewers are locked in and they have 3 home games coming up, and this should be your place to be. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace, our Packer backer and our Packer owner. To his left, He's back. His name is Bradley Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up, gallivanting on the beaches of Jacksonville. Welcome back to the show.
Oh, it's good to be back. I walk into our pre-show meeting, and I'm greeted with, ooh, you look tan. That's how I know I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to bring it. I'm ready to bring it.
I don't want to be mean.
What's that supposed to mean?
I didn't say tan. Somebody else did.
Well, how would you characterize it?
You look red.
You look red.
What am I more, tan or red?
Red.
But
I'm more red
But
than
just so
tan.
you know, white people that are white tan as red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you look tan.
the tan-
then,
He's
man.
tan
You look
for
tan
for his skin tone. He is tan.
You are tan.
I will say, so the tan or the red will turn to tan.
Yes.
But so this wasn't even discussed. So obviously it's like mid to high 80s. They're humid, and we're on the beach. So some of
Yeah,
it was just
nice.
hanging out on the beach and seeing friends and whatever. And we brought sunscreen. Of course, we bring
Got to.
sunscreen. So we had like this Neutrogena like 70 that we used up. I was like, I got to
Was
protect
that
the
hot?
skin, right? It was that hot. So I used it, but all of a sudden, not working. It's out.
Uh-oh.
So Lexi ordered this like organic one.
I knew the next word out of your mouth was going to be organic.
Organic, no chemicals in it or whatever. Said, okay, that's fine. It's 50. That's plenty to protect me. I put it on. It is no joke. Like it comes out as white spray paint.
Oh,
I mean, it
no.
comes out white. You try to
Oh,
rub it
no.
in, white. I
Oh,
mean, we
no.
looked like the ultimate tourists on
No,
the beach
Brad,
because I was
no.
white all over my whole
Did you do
body.
on your nose?
Of course I did on my nose. But it was like I was looking like a ghost out there. The sunscreen was so unbelievably white. But it was that or get burned. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to look like a
It
tourist.
was a good time to be in Jacksonville as you got to watch the Jacksonville Jaguars get thumped on TV because they got destroyed on Monday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills. That's an aside. Welcome back to the show, Bradley. Of course, as I love that Bradley does, when he gets back, he goes to the Brad Cave and the Nortman Estate, and he starts writing down all the things that's happened to him over the past weekend. And I don't know what this is going to be. Kyle doesn't know what this is going to be.
No clue.
You, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776 or on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison. Don't know what this is going to be, but a wild discovery at Lexi's grandparents?
That's right.
Is that a body? Is that cash?
Oh,
What
I
is
hope
that?
it's not a
Well,
body.
we're gonna describe it right now, and if you're not on the YouTube stream yet, you're gonna want to get there because I brought it with me.
I'm not
okay?
on there yet, so I gotta get there.
I brought it with me. So Lexi's grandparents, 102 and 93, I believe, years old, living in their own house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
unbelievable. And it's incredible. But they're moving to like an apartment type situation that's just a little bit more accommodating to what they need. So they moved out of their house. They've been in for 40 plus years. So anyway, we're helping them move out. And I find a little discovery, right? All these things that you start to uncover that you never noticed throughout the years. And we're going through you walk into their door, and there's like this huge like case, like a shelving case, right? So it's behind the glass, but with several layers of shelves that put important things on display for them. So on this shelf are things like, I've got them a signed football from the 2011 Rose Bowl team. There's a picture of me and Lexi in Hawaii that they have framed up there.
Oh, wow,
We
they
got
really
framed
love you.
for them.
They
That's
love
right.
some Brad.
All of their grandkids there are up there, right? So, you go through there and just the things they've accumulated over the years that are really important to them. And I'm walking by, and we're helping them unpack and move some things, and I noticed something. And I was like, wait a minute. It was right next to the football, right near me and Lexi in Hawaii. And I looked back there, and I was like, wait a minute. What do I see here? I'm going to show it to Kyle really quick.
Oh, wow.
That is what I see. That's Kyle's
Oh, wow.
reaction. This has been up there for what's the date on that? Well, no, don't even say it.
Oh.
I already know what it is.
Okay.
What is it?
Did you see it?
If you asked what the date was and I saw what was a ticket,
It is
February 9th, 2023.
Ben, what do you see? What am I holding right
no,
now?
Not the date, but
What?
that is a young Ben Brust freshman photo. because I had not played any game action. This was in the
gym.
That
was in the
scrimmage.
practice.
Yeah,
that was a scrimmage?
Yeah,
I said, you look really young.
Because
there's nobody around.
Because I was a freshman against Colgate. I think I scored my first points against Colgate.
Did you really? I mean, of course. So what I found
Well,
was
actually, let's pull up the box
this
score.
is if you can see it on YouTube. Ben, show it to the the folks on YouTube.
Gladly, Brad,
So yeah,
gladly.
gladly. So it is a courthouse club pass. It's basically like a sideline pass that they had gotten tickets to, and they had went to the game, had a great experience, and they put that then on this special shelving unit that they would put all things special to them.
Wow.
Little did I know that was 2011. Ben Brust is indeed on this ticket stub that Lexi's grandparents
I'm next
have.
to you and Lexi.
And honestly,
right next to you, I
Ben,
tell you.
that predates almost everything we gave them. Like when it comes to the Hawaii picture, the football, everything.
I've
This is
been
from
in your Lexi's
2011.
grandparents' house longer than you.
For 13 years, Ben Brust's face on this ticket that they had has been on display in Lexi's grandparents' house, searching over everyone. Basically, my takeaway is Ben Brust is basically a grandchild to them.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he
Wow.
is putting on the same page as the other grandchildren. I mean, let's overlook the fact that it was the Colgate ticket, right? I mean, that's what they're going to put Ben Brust
Guys,
on,
but
right?
Benny
This
had-
isn't the Michigan State
yeah,
ticket.
Benny
not
had
the
an
one he needs to attract
unbelievable
people.
game.
Yes, actually, this is my sophomore year, the second game of the season. Ben Brust off the bench, 28 minutes, 6 for 11 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. Missed a free throw. That's
Dang.
so 17 points, the game high in points, the only point scorer in double digits.
Oh,
Wow,
my man.
he's
I lied.
bringing it.
Look at that.
No wonder they saved it. They said that number one is really talented.
The best part about the photo is, since I didn't play a lot my freshman year, this is literally like a photo shoot photo. It's not even. I remember this. Like
Really?
all the freshmen put on the jersey and they take photos. Look in the background. There's usually
That's true. It's
There's
just a
usually
curtain.
seats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Like
it's
where
nothing.
people would be sitting and watching
Yeah.
the game. There's curtains and there's nobody in the gym, and you're just dribbling around. They're taking pictures. So they had me before I even knew if I was going to be anything good.
That is
did.
hilarious.
They believed, and I took some pictures of it. I'm going to have Alex Strofe, our producer. I'm going to put him up on the YouTube stream. It is unbelievable the way that Ben Brust, this is how it was, boys. Ben Brust is
my
just
gosh.
wedged
Part of the
between
Wisconsin
me and
stuff.
Lexi in Hawaii, the Wisconsin football Rose Bowl team, all signatured football, and Ben Brust just lurking for
So
13 years
I got a question.
in the lovely,
Kyle's got a question, I'm sure.
the lovely grandparents' house of Lexi.
So, am I ever going to be back with them? Because it looks like you took that out of the shrine. Are you
Yeah.
going to be giving it back to the grandparents to take to their new location so I can continue to live as a pseudo-grandchild?
Well, let me just say that they were glad to hear that I was going to bring this to the show. They obviously then did realize, oh my gosh, it's Ben Brust, it's your co-host. I will bring it back to them, and I will allow them to decide if they want to put it on
Do they
display.
want me to sign it for them? It's
Why
not
don't
worth anything.
why don't you sign it for him,
You
Ben?
know,
we're gonna get you.
I
That
always
thing is
keep
to make
a Sharpie
this thing
handy,
very
you know,
valuable.
a lot of people be asking for autographs.
You have a Sharpie on hand.
I mean, always. It's not even for like 6
Why?
What do you mean always?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No,
I mean, look
Why?
how quick I got it.
But yeah, you do. But that's
I have a
too quick.
Sharpie, a highlighter, a pen. Like, it's just like I just have everything you need in a backpack.
Who needs a Sharpie in most times? Nobody. My
Not-
question, did they know this was Ben Brust? When they had this ticket, did they know who this was?
At the time?
Hell no.
Yeah, they were like,
Probably not.
And
They
but
probably
even
just
when it
said
was-
they'll put anybody on this ticket.
so they hadn't looked at that shelf in so long, and so they never noticed until you brought it to their attention?
Well, it just kind of escaped into the background, right? It was
Ben
part of it.
typically
You're
does
used
that,
to it,
doesn't he?
and they're big basketball fans. They had season tickets,
I
so
see.
this was just a very special game that they
Let
could
me
be
sign that
courtside.
thing.
And Ben Brust is on the ticket and on display. I couldn't believe it. It's unbelievable. And sure enough, Ben Brust was on
From
the
your
same shelf.
grandchild?
From your grandchild. From your grandchild. Don't put number one grandchild.
Yeah, because that ain't it.
Not to be a little too much, but yeah, it was unbelievable. It was just meant to be that we were then going to be here eventually to be hosting a show together.
That
But
is incredible.
incredible,
It's
right?
hilarious.
For 13 years, Ben Brust's face was in Lexi Shields, now Nortman, your long-lost grandchild.
From your long-lost grandchild.
on display in Lexi's grandparents' house. Ben
Oh,
Brust.
look at that.
It was
Oh,
unbelievable.
Here you go.
Look at that. Wow, this is valuable now. How about that?
No, I wouldn't say
it
it's
just
Not
went down.
valuable.
It just went down.
It went down in value. So yeah, how about that? All those years, Ben Brust is there.
Yeah,
at
that
Lexi's
is
grandparents.
That is absolutely fascinating. That's what's up. I know one thing. You won't be in my grandparents' house.
Why is that?
Many reasons, but
Oh, they're not here with us?
but on top of that, you wouldn't be anybody's house that I love.
Will you be offended if they say no? If they don't want it up?
Of course they don't want it.
Because they've downsized and they're trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So it would be
Can you put it in
saying
your
something.
house? You know, like a family
Brad,
pass-down?
So
it in your
you guys
home.
have seen my office, right? When I've
Yeah,
done like a
put
show,
me in the
it's the
office.
memorabilia office right behind me. I don't know if I can put that on there yet, Ben.
Oh,
Why?
wow.
You sound
Because
like Kyle.
it's the Nortman estate.
Oh, Ben, if I was cool and I had
How
a
about
sports
this?
shrine somewhere, I would put that up there.
How
Put it
about
within
this?
My
I
grandparents'
got
house.
this from Ben. Kyle, what are you going to give me? What Kyle Walsh memorabilia are you going to be able to give me that I can put up in the Nortman office?
It's really disrespectful to ask a never was what memorabilia he's going to give.
Do you have
you.
anything?
Anything
to offer?
Dreams.
Most improved player from sophomore to junior year of high school.
No, just
Hustle
dreams.
Award.
Oh.
You know, the Hustle Award, the
Just
Try Hard Award.
Broken dreams, man. That's all I can give you.
Are there any pictures of you in your Whitefish Blade Blue Duke?
No,
or
there's some pictures.
You'll be Whitewater?
On the sideline watching you kick his team's ass.
Yeah, no, sure was. I might be able to find something from the good old Whitewater or Whitefish Bay. I can definitely try to ask my parents what they got.
Well, I guess what we're looking at is the shelving behind me in my office is a bunch of old, not old, but it's my football days, right? So now we're moving into my sports media days. Maybe this is just starting to make room for that. And Ben Brust playing Colgate on Wednesday, November 16th, 2011 is going to be the first thing in the media vault.
Now, something I don't want us to slip the mind of us all is when you initially were going to bring this out, he says, "Oh, I know, February
9, 2013 is or 2012. No, February 9, 2013 was the Michigan game.
Oh,
so that's a solid guess.
Yeah. You'll have to bring that up.
And that's why this is so unique. Did you know you were on a ticket stub?
Yeah, I mean, they rotate the bad players for early season games like Colgate. Or who they think are going to be the bad players.
Well, I mean, you turned out to be pretty dang good.
And
led the team in scoring that night.
And I will say this is also putting on display the Big Short era. You can even just tell from this picture that there's a big shorts.
The shorts go past my knee, and it gets cut off at my knee, and the shorts go further.
Yeah. How about that?
800-990-3776. We will be needing you on the ESPN Wisconsin Talking Text line as well as YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, especially for our next conversation because we hit on it a little bit. And as we get closer to the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings on Sunday, Aaron Jones will be making his return. And I want to know, Aaron Jones scores a touchdown at Lambeau Field. He leaps into your arms for a Lambo Leap. What do you do in that scenario? 800-990-3776. Tell me what you would do. We're going to hear from Brad, Kyle, myself, and KBN Nation live from Magoo's on the Mound. Shuttles to all the home baseball games coming up in the playoffs. Great food, all fresh, never frozen. I can certify guarantee that. I've actually been in the kitchen, see Mark whip everything up here. It's absolutely amazing. Great place to watch basketball as we head into that season as well.
Wait, this is cooked by Mark? These jalapeno poppers he made for us is cooked by Mark?
Thumbs up, thumbs down, cooked by you. Now, thumbs down. He hires the chef.
That's fresh.
Yeah, it is fresh, and we'll be trying the food and letting you know why you need to come to Magoo's on the Mound, where we're going to be at till 5 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman
Pull my baby out the goal. Y'all, get him out. Ain't no way in the world my baby going to get hit that many times with a puck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. New manager,
We're going to band together and we'll have these guys ready to compete.
new team,
Churio, a grand slam.
same old crew.
Williams, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by William Contreras. Another 3-run home run for Willie Adames.
It's playoff baseball season.
Believe that there's a reason this group ended up first place, wire to wire.
The hunt for Brew October on 94.5 ESPN is sponsored by Delta Dental.
Sunday. It's racing season at the legendary Great Lakes Dragaway, and our schedule of events is ready. We've still got our yearly holiday weekend races like Labor Day weekend, plus Nitrous Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, and Night of Fire. You can also book corporate and private events. Take advantage of our season-long passes and even schedule a time to take your car down the legendary quarter mile. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for pricing and info. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
Milwaukee College Prep, dedicated to closing the opportunity gap for children in Milwaukee, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dreams. Join me, Good Karma Brand's founder CEO Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 17th, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee's most challenged communities. Milwaukee College Prep is closing the opportunity gap. To learn more and purchase tickets, go to MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com and click support.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
Following their division clinch, it had been tough sledding for the Crew, who lost the first 3 games to the Diamondbacks at AmFam Field last weekend. And while the series finale almost went that way again, something woke up in the Brewers, who completed a 9-run comeback.
2-2. The pitch. Chopper on the infield. Bowers is going to beat it out, and the Brewers have the lead. Right place, right time, right spot.
10-9 the final on Sunday, and now the Crew will spend the week fighting for the number 2 seed in the National League, with series against the Pirates and Mets on tap.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Big players show up in big games.
Touchdown!
Donald Driver and Cousins Subs are no different. With the football season upon us, Double D and Cousins are teaming up to offer 80-cent delivery this Saturday through Sunday on any order of $30 or more.
Touchdown!
Simply order your favorite subs and sides online or on Cousins mobile app, and we'll deliver them to you. And don't forget, we now offer Apple and Google Pay. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
The annual Catholic Memorial High School Open House is October 13th. If your family is interested in becoming part of the CMH tradition, make plans now to attend from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sunday, October 13th. Register at CatholicMemorial.net. As the only school awarded the Exemplary Award for Academic Excellence by the Archdiocese, find out how your student can achieve more at CMH. Tour the school, meet faculty and coaches, learn about all the clubs and extracurricular activities. Register today at CatholicMemorial.net. Catholic Memorial High School, where you rise.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Fresh, never frozen, and we are already experiencing that as the jalapeno poppers have been stuffed down by the Crew here. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Magoo's on the Mound at 59th and Blue Mound. And there's always something going on here. Great food and drink specials during all Green Bay games, $2 pints, free halftime buffet, and free 100-square pool with great prizes like you got green and gold apparel, gift cards, and other prizes. A cribbage tournament on November 16th. It doesn't get any more Wisconsin than stopping by Magoo's on the Mound to get great food, great sports, great drinks, and everything else in between. Ben Brust, Kyle Walsh, Brad Nortman, the whole gang is back together. 800-990-3776 and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Alex Strofe is running the show. Now, I do want to get to the question that I posed to all of KBN Nation who are hitting us on the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. If you missed it, I want to know, because it's obviously a fun homecoming for somebody who really embraced Green Bay and was a fan favorite, very likable person, a great journey and story, family-focused, and gave him your all every time he was on the field in number 33, Aaron Jones. He's now a Minnesota Viking. So I ask you, KBN Nation, if you were at the Packer game and Aaron Jones scores a touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings, he does the Lambo Leap, he jumps into your arms, what do you do?
I mean, you got to look at this situation and remember what all went down, right? And we look at this situation, he didn't leave us. We left him. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we're the heartbreakers in this situation.
So if I see the ugly boo that you got rid of?
No, this ain't no ugly boo. This is she was good looking, but a better one walked past, and I decided to get a better, more younger one. So it's all about
the looks and the youth?
It's like when a rich man finds his wife young, and then all of a sudden she gets older, or they get older, and then they leave them for somebody younger and better. That's what the Green Bay Packers did. The Green Bay Packers left Aaron Jones for a younger and better person in Josh Jacobs. And so with that all being said, if Aaron Jones, which I hope he does not smell the end zone on Sunday, but if Aaron Jones gets a touchdown on Sunday and he decides to try to jump up into, Lambeau Field for a Lambo Leap, and I just so happen to be there, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push his ass down. He ain't coming up here with me. I almost.
You want to bet that Kyle be like,
oh, hi, Aaron. Aaron Jones.
I'm on TV. Hey, Ma, I'm on TV. Look at me with
Aaron. You know
Aaron.
what? I ain't going to lie to you. When we talked about this before the show, I was going to say, you know what? I'm going to show him some love. I like me some Aaron Jones. He's so nice. But then when it came down to it, and I envisioned it in my mind, and knowing how I'm going to feel on game day on Sunday, and not knowing what the score is going to be or what the scenario is going to be whatsoever, and then Aaron Jones with his beautiful dress try to jump into the end zone and celebrate a Lambo Leap after he scored a touchdown, I'm going to have to move. I'm going to put an okie doke on him. Nope, can't take him.
Move?
Can't
You
take
wouldn't
him.
push him down? You went from push his ass down to now move? I don't think Kyle knows what he would do.
I know I would not embrace him. I can't embrace him that way. That basically is saying, come on, Mr. Minnesota Viking. Come on into my arms. Enjoy our arms. Yeah, you just scored a touchdown that put us down in the game. I want to show you some love. Absolutely not. He almost had me. Because I was thinking about all the good times we had. But then I had to remember he's part of those purple folks that I don't like.
Well, 800-990-3776. It looks like we have bigger Packer backers than Kyle Wallace because they did not hesitate to text during the break while I asked the question, and were very poignant in their responses. David chimes in, if Aaron Jones jumped in my arms for a Lambo Leap, he would definitely be getting a beer bath. Loved him as a Packer, but any Viking, Lion, or Bear would get the same treatment. Tim in the 920, I would say, sorry, Aaron, green and gold, even when I'm dead and cold. Now get the bleep out of here.
Yes, sir.
Dave
Powerful.
from Aaron chimes in, what else would you do if any non-Packer player does leap? You accidentally spill your $24 beer on him.
Brad, did you know they did this?
Yes.
On purpose?
Adam in the 414, he has a little bit of Kyle in him. You boo him and hug him.
Hey! Oh. That is the most accurate depiction of me that anybody has ever texted.
Nick chimes in this 608. I love this. I whisper gently into his ear, I miss you. Then push him and yell, get the bleep out of here.
No, that's perfect.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
funny.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, when you... First of all, he said he's going to do this. Aaron Jones said when he scores a touchdown, if he scores a touchdown, he is going to do a Lambo Leap. So this isn't something that's terribly figurative. I think you give him a cheer when you introduce him before the game, right? You give him his moment, give him his flowers, welcome back. But then the moment the game kicks off, treat him like you would a Viking, right? I mean, if he jumps in the Lambo Leap, though, here's what I will say. To keep on going with your analogy, Kyle. If you see that old fling of yours, you don't flirt with her, so you don't embrace her, for sure. You don't embrace her.
You're cordial.
But you don't, punk them, right? You don't spill beer on them. You're not rude and disrespectful.
Well, it depends on how much is in the system.
I mean, it's true. Depends on how the game's going a little bit, how the relationship with the current person's going. So I think you don't, you don't hug him, you don't bring him in. You probably try to push him out, but I would hate to see beer on Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
That feels like crossing the line. Anybody else?
Brad,
sure.
No,
seriously.
I'm with him. No, I'm with him.
If Caleb Williams,
pour beer on him.
but he's our boy. We used to love him.
He
we used to be in a
was
relationship.
our boy.
But we gave him the boot. He wanted to be with us, and we told him, you're not worth what you think you're worth. We passed on you.
Let's hear from Aaron Jones himself. Alex Strofe, please, let's hear from the one that Kyle clearly can't let go of.
Oh, wow. Of course. If you're not thinking about the end zone, you're thinking about the wrong thing. No, definitely, and I'm definitely leaping. Definitely leaping up there. It depends on which end zone I'm scoring, but either end zone is not too tall, so it is kind of high up there, but I can still get up there. So.
that Aaron Jones talking about he's definitely going to do the leap.
How can you want to spill beer on that? I mean, look, I get he's a Viking, but come on. I mean, he was a Packer for so long. He's Mr. G. He's Mr. G.
He ain't Mr. G
yes,
no
he used
more.
to be.
He ain't Mr. G no more.
Strophy, let's pull it on Twitter at KBN ESPN. If Aaron Jones scored a touchdown and did a Lambo leap and a Packer fan spilled beer on him, is that fair or is that foul?
Oh, that's foul. That's a big old foul.
I mean,
hold
you're
on,
not Packer
though.
backer, clearly.
Brad is as I think this through, I still think it's foul, but as I think this through, he should know more than anyone that if you're an opposing player doing a Lambo leap, which he probably has seen over the course of the years, he knows how these Packer fans are. You know you're only asking for trouble. So he is asking for trouble by not only declaring this, but if he actually does it, he has enough history in Lambo to know that it's not going to end well.
I think
so he feel like he's asking for it.
He's a little delusional still. He's still hurt. He's still hurt by the exit that he had with the Green Bay Packers, where he's still thinking about the Packers. He's writing, to the Players Tribune. He's thinking about.
Fell for this.
Wait a minute, you didn't like that?
He fell for it, and somebody told him that it's dumb brain fan that falls for it because he's trying to soften you up before he comes to your city.
I'm not falling for that.
You did fall for it.
I didn't fall for it. I didn't read it yet. No, you guys are falling for it. No, and then saying, yeah, of course I'm going to jump up in there, trying to set everybody up. Listen, if you in Lambo and you got those nice seats in the end zone where you can catch somebody for a Lambo leap, don't pour beer on him, but definitely push him back down and say, boo, we miss you and love you, but boo. Josh Jacobs is better than you, boo.
I just think he's going to be a Packers Hall of Famer. So you're going to dump beer on a Packers Hall of Famer?
They would have dumped beer on Brett Favre had he been able to get up there.
You think he would have?
Oh,
I don't think they would have dumped beer on Brett Favre.
I don't know on that.
That's too far.
When he was a Minnesota Viking, listen, people were mad at Brett Favre, extremely mad. Because there's one thing with Aaron Jones, we kicked Aaron Jones to the curb. Brett Favre was going back and forth, went to another team, wanted to leave that team so he can go to Minnesota to stick it to us. I don't think Aaron Jones went to Minnesota to stick it to us. I think he went to Minnesota because it was a good offer.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN, Strophy's got the pull up. If Aaron Jones were to Lambo leap on Sunday, is it fair or foul to accidentally spill beer on him? That is in the field as we get the poll results.
Ben, did you vote?
Yes, that's fair.
Oh, Ben. No.
It's fair.
Why?
He's going to survive. It's just beer. And it happens all the time, and it's actually funny. Like, the guys who get beer spilled on them either throw a fit, or which is funny, or some people just laugh it off and say, yeah, we just scored a touchdown. It's beer. I'm going to survive. It's not a weapon, people. It's beer.
Do you think Aaron Jones would be hurt by that, or do you think he'd be like, good, this is how I should be received?
No, he's going to be hurt.
He'd be hurt, but that'd be good. That means you got to him.
That's true.
The whole goal is winning here. It's fair. Pour beer on him. Get in his head. I'm sorry, I want to win this game more than Kyle and Brad.
The last thing I want to do is make Aaron Jones even more mad. Like, where Aaron Jones is coming in with a soft heart where he's looking to compete to show that we should have never got rid of him. You pour beer on him, he might be saying, bumps that. I'm trying to run it down y'all throats even more now. I'm trying to prove something to y'all. I don't want to make the man mad. He still is a talented running back, man. Don't, what do they say? Don't punch the dog. Don't bite the dog.
Poke the bear.
Don't poke the bear. Thank you, Brad.
Don't punch the dog?
I don't know.
Don't punch the dog.
Please don't punch
I know
the
you
dog.
think about that when the dog's running around your neighborhood all the time. Hey, Sparky! Or whatever. Louie!
Louie! I was going to say, I don't know.
Kyle's thinking I'm going to punch this dog.
I don't know. No. Kyle loved the dog.
Kyle loves the Kyle, you don't love the dog.
I'm saying that now. You're going to accuse me of that.
800-990-3776. Would you embrace Aaron Jones if he leaped into your arms if you were there for the Lambo leap? Also want to know on Twitter at KBN ESPN if it's fair or foul to accidentally spill beer on Aaron Jones if he does the Lambo leap. Right now, I'm on the right side of history. 56.5%. Yes, Mr. Stroh.
Yeah, Kyle, I'm just curious. If Aaron Jones was to leap into your arms and you just said you love the dogs, would you bark at him? Because you have a pretty intimidating bark.
I would bark at him. Pet, go.
You say, what is wrong with this man?
Oh, they crazy. They crazy out here.
I'm glad these are my fans.
I forgot about that.
Goodness gracious. Live from Magoo's on the Mound, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm fascinated to see what these poll results end up being, as I feel like, I say fair, they say foul. What say you, dude?
Yeah, it's Aaron Jones. He played in Lambeau for 7 years? He understands the circumstances.
Thank you.
If he jumps into the stands on Sunday, he anticipates beer getting poured on him. Of course it's fair. Just don't be throwing punches or doing anything stupid.
Come on.
that's
Come
just
on.
disrespectful.
Strofe, you're better than that. Pouring beer on folks? Come on now. Your scrawny behind shouldn't be doing that, because if he swing off on you, you're going to fall apart.
That was an unnecessary shot.
That escalated quickly.
Did you see his photo of him cheering at the Titans?
Sue your ass.
I'll never get that. You should sue. I can't get that out of my eyes.
Brad, why'd you
What?
say? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I mean,
he needs to hit the Brad Nortman workout regimen is what it means. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman back together with Alex Strofe running the show. We'll continue to hit your responses at 800-990-3776. Fair or foul to accidentally spill beer on Aaron Jones if he does a Lambo Leap? I think it's fair. He knows what he's doing. He said he's planning on jumping in there, and he's seen what happens when others jump in there, and he is an other now. Yeah. So we'll continue to have that conversation. Plus, hear from Alex Strofe next and Becoming Relevant live from Magoo's on the Mound at 59th Blue Mound. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again.
What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word. Ben Brust, say that again.
Can we make a rule for Kyle, Brust, and Nortman?
You're a good producer.
Is no Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and no Greg Scalzo, my former co-host.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Go to the head of the class on your next vehicle purchase exclusively at the Kunis Auto Group's Back to School sales event.
Good morning, class.
Expect a straight A passing grade when you add up the savings on your next vehicle from the automotive scholars at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis Auto Group dealerships. America's best-selling cars, trucks, and SUVs from both Buick and GMC, all marked down with September Back to School discounts and savings. We're also offering incredible Back to School discounts on our entire inventory of select pre-owned vehicles. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles on lot and online. While online, check out dozens of back-to-school service specials on everything from brakes, tires to oil changes. Plus, with a test driver purchase each week in September, 4 lucky winners will win free gas for a year. All at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis Auto Group dealerships in both Oak Creek and Greenfield. It's the Kunis Auto Group's exclusive September back-to-school sales event going on now. For additional event info, go to shopkunis.com.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
Jeff Levering here. How are baseball and Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin alike? Pella manufactures all their own products. Baseball teams develop their own players in the minors. Pella tests every product thousands of times to ensure it stands the test of time. A baseball player's ultimate test is to get called up to the big leagues, hoping to play well enough to stay. Right now at Pella, get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Certain restrictions apply. It ends September 30th. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Don't miss a moment of football this season at 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, and game day specials. What more could you need? If you're not at the game, this is the place to be every Saturday and Sunday. View the vendor list and 30 self-serve beer options at thirdstreetmarkethall.com. That's thirdstreetmarkethall.com.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Football fans, tailgating season is here. There's no better way to celebrate football being back than with Boda Box wine. Boda Box is giving away tickets to 2 separate winners for a VIP Green Bay game day and tailgate party experience for the November 24th game against San Francisco. Fans, enter by scanning the QR code posted at participating Boda Box retailers in Wisconsin through October 30th. Winners will be announced on November the 1st. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Boda Box Vineyards, Manteca, California. Visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com for more details.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
If Aaron Jones were to Lambo Leap on Sunday, is it fair or foul to accidentally spill beer on him? Still early in the voting, but it is split 51.1% fair, 48.9% foul. I think it's fair. Miko chimes in. Fair. He knows the significance of the Lambo Leap, and I bet he would enjoy our fans doing it to someone else if in his position, if he was still on the team. And I think that's what Alex Strofe was hitting at. I also think it's a competitive advantage if he's not expecting it, because then he's like, damn, they actually don't love me. And then he's all in his feels and all in his head and maybe like, man, I shouldn't have wrote that Tribune letter.
Something that would be even more poignant for us to decide. If it was you, like actually you, and if I bought a $24 carbless there, I don't know if they sell it there or not, but if they do, that's the only thing I'm drinking. I wouldn't dump my drink. Only selfishly, because I would do it, and I'd be like, I have cups empty now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it for that reason.
But people's fame on TV of being that person and
ain't no fame of all that. No,
hey, there's the guy that poured it on Aaron Jones.
There's the douche that did that.
There's the douche that wore the Aaron Rodgers Jets jersey.
Yeah, you know exactly. You know all about
Ben
that.
Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe running the show. I've been saying Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace for the last 3 days, but it's actually Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman here live from Magoo's on the Mound. 800-990-3776. Let's go to Kay in Cambridge. Kay, welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. What are you doing in your situation?
Hey.
Aaron Jones jumping in your lap.
Well, if he jumped in my lap, okay, that's a different question. But I would not.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What you doing now? You like brothers with dreads, you saying?
You changed the question. That wasn't fair.
I'm playing with you.
So is it fair or foul in your opinion?
I would not waste my beer, number one. And number two, he's too good of a guy, and we got to quit being so angry and hating of people. You know, it's like time to turn the page. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know
powerful.
what? I disagree, but I will still clap for her mindset.
No, I like
take the higher ground.
Nah, she said, I think he a little handsome, so if he jump in my lap, I'm going to let him come on in. But also, I love the fact that she said, let's just turn the page on this saga. Let's embrace the fact that we have a better running back in Josh Jacobs, and let's just say, yay to Aaron Jones.
Yeah, does it make a difference, the fact that like the Packers are playing well even without Jordan Love and the running game looks strong? Does that change it at all, or just the pure fact that it's a non-Green Bay Packer?
Yeah, you can just say we would have never won the game against the Colts if you were still our running back. That can hurt them the most. You can catch them and say,
Dang,
hey, thanks for leaving, because if you didn't, we would have lost against the Colts because you only would have carried the ball 18 times and your hamstring would have started hurting out of nowhere.
You think you can get all that off your chest?
I can try to hold him.
Grab him tight.
Hey, Aaron, thanks for leaving, because you wouldn't help us win against the Colts in week 2. All right, see you later.
Yeah, that would have been it. I would say Emmanuel Wilson's better now.
Oh, Emmanuel. Now that would cut deep. I could understand Josh Jacobs.
Remember when you wrote that Tribune Players Tribune article and you said you didn't know after a couple of good games, and then you got back on the depth chart, and then you didn't know if you're going to play, and then Aaron Jones said, "I want 33." Well, that's Emmanuel Wilson now. It's not you. It's not you. 800-990-3776. Justin Milwaukee says it's totally fair. He's doing out of spite to get a reaction out of the fans, and he knows the significance of the celebration at Lambeau.
Do you hold it against him that he's willingly kind of – this is a Packer celebration, right? Anytime any other opposing fan has done it, it's been received incredibly poorly. So do you almost look at Aaron Jones differently?
Oh, you know
to be
what?
Like, why are you doing this? You're it's a sterling reputation that he has. You're just stirring the pot.
I think I know what he's planning, man. There's always, because you said fans. There's
and he had said he's planning,
and he's looking. He said, "Oh, it depends on what end zone." He's going to be looking for Minnesota Vikings fans. Now that would hurt me. That'll hurt me. Is that Aaron Jones, our great running back, goes and does the Lambo Leap that he done so many times as the Packer that we love. When he got wipe me down first down, when he got touchdowns, he goes into the end zone and he flips off all the Packers fans and finds the 2 Minnesota Vikings fans.
He would never.
Well, you see.
See, now, if he did the Lambeau Leap into the arms of Vikings fans,
that hurts.
Then I would say the beer is warranted.
Yeah.
That is fair then.
Throw the cup.
Because you're not trying to do it to ingratiate the Packer fans and say, hey, I'm still one of you at heart. You're making a mockery of the leap into the arms of Vikings fans. That's a flagrant offense.
That would sting. That would definitely sting if you did
I
that.
don't know if Kay in Cambridge was the needle mover on the poll, because we have switched in a 6% direction to 54.5% think it's foul. And immediately, 44 seconds ago, Josh chimes in, so foul. He's one of the best Packers ever. It clearly wasn't his choice to leave, ...
It wasn't his choice to leave. Not at all.
So you're at this point.
I don't want him to jump to I'm not pouring beer on the man unless, Brad did have a point. Like, if he did jump into the Vikings fans' hands, I might be thinking about throwing something at him.
Oh.
That hurt.
Like if you were next to the Vikings.
Yeah, nobody wants to see their ex kiss their man that they're currently with now. There's one
right
thing
in front of your face.
Yeah,
they're making out in the corner of the bar.
You're like, look at you.
Hey, that's PDA. Stop that.
Hey, with your dirty, you nasty. Like, I'll get upset.
All right. Well, Brad, you talked about a drink that I'm sure you had over the weekend or on your vacation or at Lexi's grandparents' house. Do you provide them some carbless? Maybe that's the key to getting over 100?
Oh, I always do. I mean, carbless, whether it be at Lexi's grandparents' house or if I'm down south in Jacksonville, I'm bringing carbless with me down there to Florida. Or more importantly, now as I'm watching my alma mater, watching the green and gold, it's always an opportunity for carbless, especially now in the fall. There's something like sitting back, whether it be in the tailgate or in the stadium if it allows, or even just on my couch at the Nortman estate. I'm sitting back and I'm watching football. The perfect thing to pair it with is carbless. There's a flavor for everybody when it comes to the classic cocktails, which I'm feeling lately. I'm feeling like the classic cocktails. I don't know if it's football season or what it is, but it's something like a Moscow Mule, a Mojito, something like that feels like I'm a little bit elevated watching the football teams that I love. But there's also the wonderful fruit flavors like cranberry and pineapple and black raspberry on a warm day like today. That really hits the spot. And the margarita 4-pack is delicious as always. But you guys know me. I was, in Jacksonville. I was running the beach. I'm trying to stay active. I got to work out this morning. I don't want my time to sit back and enjoy to detonate when I want to have a beverage or two. And carbless lets me do that. No carbs, no sugars, 100 calories per can, and gluten-free. So I have a guilt-free experience. All season long, join me in enjoying a carbless and discovering why less is more with carbless.
Adam chimes in, 800-990-3776. What if he's looking to jump into some number 33 Packers Aaron Jones jerseys?
Ooh, now that's a wrinkle. That's even more. That's acceptable.
Yeah. I would allow that.
You're right.
They wore it to the field to pay homage to him.
He's up to something. He has something in mind, whether it be Vikings fans, whether it be Aaron Jones jerseys like that, which is brilliant.
What now? Oh, you know what? If he's really creative with it, where he looked for somebody, he scores a touchdown. They were waiting for him with a sombrero. They put a sombrero on his helmet. Boy, I applaud. That is entertaining.
Now that is really good. What if there's some fans that have a sign that says, "Aaron, jump here"? Now, would that fan?
That means you're waiting for him to score a touchdown.
So you'd say a fraud Packer fan.
The fraudulent Packer fans. They shouldn't be up front.
Attention seeking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know all about it. 800-990-3776 is the number to get in the show. We're live from the Goose on the Mound. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and coming up next is one of our favorites. We'll see if the royal family from Franklin gets in on over-under. That's coming up next, where you have a chance to win a gift card, whether you're in Madison or Milwaukee. Caller 6, caller 9, 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. Caller 6, you're going to get the category from Alex Strofe. He's got an over-under set. You say over or under if you believe that Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and myself, when we team up and get 10 guesses, are going to get the over. If you don't believe in us, you can choose the under. Caller 9, you're stuck on the other side regardless, but one of you is walking away with a gift card. 800-990-3776. Caller 6, caller 9, over under. Coming up next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from Magoo's on the Mound.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Is that when I look at this, I love the fact that we do have Josh Jacobs, but let's be hesitant. We need to make sure that Josh Jacobs' best days aren't behind him and the best days are still in front of him, because he has a lot of mileage on him already.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Milwaukee fans, your perfect sports day is here, and it's Thursday, September 26th at Magoo's on the Mound. Come early to watch baseball as Milwaukee takes on Pittsburgh at 11:35, and stay for 94.5 ESPN's live broadcast of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 p.m. Enjoy amazing food, great drink specials, and more. From baseball postseason and football game day specials to their famous Friday night fish fry and exciting live music series coming soon. Magoo's on the Mound is the place to be this fall. Visit magoos.biz for information on events and specials.
Let's get the latest from Lambo. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Malik Willis throws for 200-plus yards and a touchdown, runs for another, and the Packers take care of the Tennessee Titans in Nashville 30-14 in Week 3. Willis, after the game, though, wanted to spend time talking about the defense.
I mean, I think it would be easy for anybody to play with that defense plan like that. You go out there and just try to execute our plays and take care of the football, and everything else work itself out.
Another interception for Xavier McKinney and a pick 6 for Jair Alexander. It's likely that Matt LaFleur and the Packers will let Jordan Love practice all week before deciding if he'll line up under center on Sunday at Lambeau Field.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 15 to 30-ounce selected varieties Hellman's Mayonnaise, $5.49. 7 to 16-ounce selected varieties Barilla Pasta, 2 for $3. 128-ounce selected varieties Kemp's Pale, $6.99. 1 pound selected varieties Land O'Lakes Butter, $4.99.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, pizza, yes, I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against San Francisco November 24th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
I'm shopping at Century alone next time.
Enter by November 6th.
Do you remember that electric moment when you suddenly realized that she was the one?
The one you were going to love forever.
The one you'd been waiting your whole life to meet.
She is the one.
The one.
Now it's time to find the one engagement ring that sparkles like she does.
Come to Kessler's Diamonds. We have a collection of incredibly special diamond engagement rings called the One Collection.
You need one special engagement ring for the one woman you will ever love.
Kessler's Diamonds is the one jewelry store where you can find the One Collection.
And Kessler's is the one store that offers the world-famous, no excuses, no fine print, lifetime warranty on every diamond engagement ring we sell.
We have the freedom to do this for you because Kessler's Diamonds is the one diamond store owned by its employees.
The One Collection starts at just $550.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
The Island invites you to fall into golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. Fall golf rates run September 16th through the end of the 2024 season, with tee time starting at $75 and stay and play packages starting at $110. And submit your 2025 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Live from Magoo's on the Mound at 59th at Blue Mound, a fantastic place to take shuttles, all home baseball playoff games. It is amazing food. Fresh handmade, never frozen. Shout out to Sam and Robo, or was it Robo back there?
Yeah, Robo that made that fresh
chorizo sauce.
Yeah,
it's good.
Breakfast for dinner, the Brenner at Magoo's. I believe it's Robo's chorizo patty, pepper jack, some avocado, lettuce, tomato, fried egg, and a potato bun. You guys are chowing, and I got to make sure we keep rolling along. It's Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe running the show. And it's time now for one of our favorite segments, Over Under.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
All right, fellas. Good nickname off today. Caller 6 was Appleman in the Orchard.
Oh, good for Appleman. I mean, he had to have believed in us.
He chose over.
He did indeed choose the over.
He believes in my guy.
And out in Cottage Grove, we've got our boy Dorf.
Dorf?
Dorf.
I love it.
And
What a name.
Dorf in Cottage Grove is on.
Strophy, hit
under.
that stream camera and get your pretty face on there with us.
Okay, hold on. I can't talk while I do that, though.
That's fine. I got you. Dorf and Appleman. This is Over Under, and Appleman has chosen that he believes in us to get as many right answers out of 10 guesses, and the Over Under is what, Alex?
The over under is 7.5.
Ooh, okay.
7.5. And the topic is I am looking for the 10 NFL teams that have scored the most points this season. The 10 NFL teams that have scored the most points through 3 weeks. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
Let's go with the Saints, even though they laid an egg. Saints final.
Saints are number 2 with 103 total points.
I believe the Vikings are on the list.
Yes, they are.
Vikings final.
Vikings right behind them. They're the third team on the list with 85 total points.
The Commanders might be on that list. But I will go Packers first. I know the Packers are top 10.
Yeah, Packers
are they
sure.
top 10?
Yeah,
or
25 points per game. I think they're top 10.
Yes, the Packers
Yeah.
are. I looked at the offense-defense stats. It's Packers final.
Packers are tied for 7th with 75 points scored.
How about the Seahawks? I don't know how. They scored a lot of points.
They're a better defensive team. I mean, they won by a lot.
The Bills.
The Bills final.
Yeah, that's number 1, 112 total points for the 3-0 Buffalo Bills.
Kansas City Chiefs?
They see the Chiefs maybe, but they haven't.
2 minutes.
They're not as big of a point-scoring team as it feels. The Bengals did not put up points week 1, which hurts them.
Steelers, I feel like, haven't scored a lot of points as well. Ravens,
Philly?
The Ravens.
The Ravens have. They've blown a lot of leads, but they put up points. Let's go Ravens.
Where are they at?
They are number 11.
How many points?
71.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the Eagles got 30 in the game against Packers
But then they scored 15. Because both games.
They won by 15, so
the
30,
Falcons,
15.
60.
40. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're I don't think they.
I forget their week 2, though.
Their week 2, they didn't score a lot of points. They lost against the Falcons like 20.
Okay, so not them. Giants, Jets. It's not the Dolphins. I know that.
The Lions aren't doing much.
I feel like the Rams.
Oh, the Arizona Cardinals?
Oh, the Cardinals did put up a lot of
Cardinals final.
Yeah, it's number 4, 82 total points for the Cardinals. You need
1 minute.
How many more? You need
I
two
think
more.
somehow the
You've got
Rams
6.
are on there.
When did they score a lot, though?
They scored 24 against the Niners.
And then they scored 20-something against the
Excuse me, you only have 5. You only have 5, not 6.
That'll be 48. I don't know.
Rams, I'm okay with on the back burner for sure.
Yeah, Rams on the back
I feel like
burner.
the Rams got smoked by the Cardinals, though.
The Texans got only 7 last week.
40 seconds.
How about the 49ers?
Got 4 guesses left, fellas. Get them
30 seconds.
49ers final. Rams final.
What?
Niners are correct. Rams are not. Niners are 10th with
we got
7
2 more guesses.
I would have put the Chiefs ahead of them. All right, let's go through. You don't think the Seahawks?
You need them both.
I don't think the
Chiefs
Seahawks.
and Seahawks? I don't like it.
Right, we know it's not the
like we're missing
Broncos.
something.
We know it's not the. We know the Lions.
Not the
we haven't said the
Raiders.
Lions.
The Lions haven't done
9.
much.
They have
8.
not.
Chiefs,
7.
Chiefs
said the
final.
Vikings.
6.
Oh, yeah, we said the Vikings. Right?
5.
Chiefs final is correct.
4.
Need one.
Seahawks
3.
final. I hate it.
2. 1.
That's not the answer. That was the buzzer for the time. You got the answer in. Seahawks was your final answer?
Yes.
Let's go, baby.
So here's why I
that's
wanted to make sure we did Seahawks. Because I shut it down initially, and there's been too many times where I've been shutting things down that have actually ended up on the list.
Yeah.
That's how we lost a couple weeks ago.
Chiefs and Seahawks at the buzzer, baby.
Take us through the full 10.
Yeah, you got the top 4 and the bottom 4 on this list. Number 1 was the Bills. Number 2 was the Saints. Number 3 was the Vikings. Big drop-off from 2 to 3, by the way. The Saints with 103 points. Vikings third with 85. The Cardinals were fourth with 82. Team number 5 you mentioned but did not go with. It was the Washington Commanders. 79 total points for them. Number 6, I don't think you mentioned. This is the Dallas Cowboys with 77.
I thought of them, but it was just last week that they had a big week.
But you know what messed us up is the fact that even they scored a lot last week and they lost. And even in the game, I think they scored 17 against the
well, that's the thing.
Saints.
Is Dak somehow, despite CeeDee Lamb only having like just barely over 200 yards, leads the league in passing yards at 700.
That's crazy. They're always playing from behind.
And they scored a lot against the Browns, though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
So that I can see that. Yeah.
Number 7, or tied for 7, was the Packers and the Chiefs, both with 75 total points. And tied for 9th and 10th are the Seahawks and the Niners, 73 total points. 8 for you guys and a win for Appleman in the
I was going to say, I feel good that we did it for Appleman because he just dropped off some apple cider donuts for us at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Appleman, this is for you.
Those did not last long. Those were unbelievable.
I
Banger,
was
banger,
a very nice
banger.
person and brought some in for Alex Stroh,
Banger.
Greg Scalzo, Josh DiMaggio.
Banger.
Not me. That's a delicacy. I can't give that away.
I was looking for a thank you, but I'll take a banger.
Banger.
All right, there it is. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, live from Magoo's on the Mound. 800-990-3776. We'll be hearing from Jason Wilde soon. So what we do here is we keep a list of Bradisms and things that quirky Brad stuff, I think is what the label is on our internal Kyle Bruston Nortman sheet here. I think one that's going to shoot to the top of quirky Brad stuff in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this weirdo.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
Milwaukee College Prep, dedicated to closing the opportunity gap for children in Milwaukee, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dreams. Join me, Good Karma Brand's founder CEO Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 17th, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee's most challenged communities. Milwaukee College Prep is closing the opportunity gap. To learn more and purchase tickets, go to MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com and click support.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Milwaukee Hamilton's Terrence Simon, a two-way star on the football team. In Friday's big 34-20 win for Hamilton over Reagan, the third quarter play of the senior running back and linebacker proved to be the difference. First, it was an early 36-yard score in the third quarter by Simon, only to be followed up and overshadowed by his own 85-yard scoop and score on the defensive side. The senior will hope to lead his team once again in another huge divisional matchup this Friday night as the 4-1 Wildcats take on 3-2 King with first place on the line. Congratulations again to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Milwaukee Hamilton's Terrence Simon.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from Magoo's on the Mound. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Live from Magoo's on the Mound, it's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Whether you're in Madison coming in for a home baseball playoff game, they have great food and drink specials, or if you're in the Milwaukee area, you must stop by because all their food is fresh, handmade, and never frozen. Cribbage tournaments that are happening November 16th with a beer pong tournament that night. A great place to watch basketball as that season rolls around. Wednesday night trivia begins November 6th. Magoos.biz for details. It's Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, the whole crew together. Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. And as I mentioned, I pulled up the quirky Brad things, like buying a $15,000 treadmill for $2,000.
Hey,
it's a great deal.
But buying a $550 sunglasses, but not blinds for his home. He made his wife Lexi walk around Carolina with no car while he was in the NFL. He snuck food into movie theaters. He's packed 2 months in advance for vacations. He bought a $1,000 plus Burberry outfit. And now I go into the show sheet and I look at the topics for the day, and I'm going to read this verbatim. Oh, Bradley. Where'd it go? There it is. Ran into the cleaning ladies in our room 4 times. Anything more awkward, no one wins. Felt so awkward, I started to help them.
What?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
No, guys, you have to agree with me.
And also, put the do not disturb on.
No, hold on. Just let me tell my story, and maybe at the end of it, you'll start to feel the way I do.
800-990-3776. Brad's weird.
So this is a nice place we stayed at, right? So it's one of those places that does like the normal service cleaning, right? Like change the sheets, the towels, takes the kind of trash. They do that like in the late morning, early afternoon, but then at night they do turn down service. So they
the hell is that?
Oh yeah, I just heard about that.
What's this bougie stuff?
Yeah, that's a night. I didn't know they did that in America. I thought they did that at like resorts.
Really? You never want to do a place?
What was
that
the name of this
service?
place that has club at the end?
Ponte Vedra Inn and Club.
Never been to. Brad, you paid a lot per night. No, turn down I thought was at resorts. I didn't know it was at just hotels.
Please explain this turn down.
Well, so turn down service is when the cleaning ladies come back into your room and they kind of prepare your room for the evening. They pull the blinds, they put chocolates on your pillow, they pull down like the sheets from like more of a way that you can nestle into them easier, refill the water, take the trash again, redo the towels. They just make the room just a nice environment to sleep in. It transfers it from daytime to evening, boys.
Imagine me. I've stayed at hotels where the door is on the outside.
Can walk right up and knock. You ain't one person knock on his door to turn down people.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna turn you down from coming in my room.
Exactly.
So I ran in. So I don't know what it was. I ran into the cleaning ladies almost every day, more than 2 times a day, because they're coming into your room twice. Ooh. So you'd come in there after working out, and they're in there, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I'm the one apologizing walking in there. So every time I walked in there, it was, I think 4 times is an understatement, actually. I even said this to Lexi at the end of the trip. I'm like, what is it? We are on the same cycle. They are cleaning the room as I'm going in there, and we're gone a lot of the day.
Did you make friends? You know their names?
Yeah, one was named Fanny, and I forget what the other one was named. She was the main person.
Oh, Fanny was the nicer one.
Yeah. Well, no, they were all nice, but she did our room for like 3 out of the 4 nights, and then someone else filled in. So, yeah, she was really sweet. And here's the thing, though. You start to see Fanny over and over again, right? She's in your room. You see her in the hallway. We're crossing by her. And, like, by the 3rd time, when you walk into the room, you can appreciate this. There is nothing more awkward than walking into your hotel room when they're working, they're trying to do it. You can tell they're like, oh, geez, here we go. The dude's back. And, like, I don't know what to do in there. I don't know where to go to my space. She's trying to do her job.
Just plop himself in bed.
This was the last straw. So it happened a couple times. So it was mostly in the standard cleaning, not the turn down service. So it happened like 3 times in a row for the standard cleaning, where I walk in there, I was like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I'll be out of your way soon. And she's apologizing. I'm apologizing. She's like, no. And so by
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
It was back and forth. And then the final straw was one of our good friends came, and she swung by. Lexi and I were on the beach, and they were chatting. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go up to the room. I'm going to get some drinks, right? So I'm going to get some drinks for you guys. I'm going to make some drinks. So I go up there, and I walk in, and it's, oh my gosh, here we go. I run into Fanny for the 4th time, and it's turn down service this time.
Uh-oh.
And I go in there.
They was alone. Wait a minute now. Miss Fanny's out waiting for you, Mr. Brad Nortman.
All the shades.
I remember when the B-52 bomber came to Jacksonville.
Well, so I started like making a drink. I felt such like a jerk. I'm here making a drink. She's working. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'll be out of the way soon. Just no problem. And I finished making it, and like she still had more work to do, and like I like kind of like helped her get the trash and started to like move the towels closer to her so she would have to do. I felt
you made it worse.
No, I felt like I was helping, but you could tell it wasn't received very well.
She was like, "What are you doing?"
And she's like, "Oh no, sir, you're fine. Don't do it." I was like, "Oh no, it's okay."
If no, Bradley. She said no.
How many times?
Turn down time means no.
How many times am I going to walk into the room and have that awkward interaction? I felt like I needed to do something.
Excuse me, Brad. Did you pay to stay there?
Yeah.
Did you pay for them to do the standard cleaning and the turn down little nightcap stuff y'all do?
Yes.
Okay,
I did.
so what? But did you pay for you to have to clean up your own room?
I felt like I needed to do something, Kyle.
No, you don't.
It was so awkward.
You needed to pour them drinks and get back down to Lexi and her
Wish
friend.
I had said, "Hey, you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up."
So your wife had to. I'm sure he did.
That's a bold-faced lie.
Are you supposed to tip cleaning ladies?
I mean, if you're staying at a club.
But wait.
Where there's turn down.
Wait, hold on. Blanket statement. Are you supposed to tip the cleaning ladies?
People do.
Yes. People do.
Do you guys?
It depends on how I leave it.
Back when I worked at a different place and I traveled more for work because the job paid for it, I said, well, heck, they should be able to donate a couple dollar bills, and I would expense it.
Okay, well, do you?
No,
you would expense a tip?
I sure would, absolutely.
Yeah. What did you tip, for the record?
Okay, I didn't tip. But you said it depends on how we leave it. We left it pretty pristine. Do you guys?
No. I'm talking about Joe Schmo over here, not Bob La Vida Club and Resort.
We're paying plenty to just stay there. I would hope that trickles down.
That's why Brad's my guy. I hope big corporate club is going to take that.
Hey, Brad said, "Yo, Tip, better holler at them. What they paying you around here? Tip."
I hope that Ponte Vedra Inn and Club it trickles down to Fanny because she did a great job. And like I'll even say this too, when we we sleep in the bed.
Mm-hmm. Did you?
Do you? That's what you do. Do you even just pull the comforter up a little bit to semi-make the bed?
No, I don't do any of that.
You make that at all?
I don't do. Matter of fact, I've laid in the bed. Listen, I've laid in the bed while the cleaning people came in.
Oh, that's disrespectful. That is so utterly disrespectful.
Come in.
And then, sorry. No, you can clean. I'm just kicking it. I'm just kicking it, and then when it's time to clean the bed, I'll move out the way, sit in the chair. I'm not.
You couldn't.
I have done it before.
If you told me I would get a 25% price reduction for my room, but I had to do that, I don't think I could do it. That is so unbelievably awkward.
I've done it before. What am I supposed to do? Mess up my day?
Yeah, over there.
What if
that towel that's hanging? I want to keep that one.
If I'm in the process of like getting dressed or moving around, but I need to get room because listen, I don't stay in bougie places. I stay in places where it's like, dang, it is 3:00 and y'all ain't been here yet. So for me, I need to make sure my room gets clean, especially post-pandemic where they got this whole thing, save water, save all that. No, I want y'all to clean every single day. So I'm going to make sure my room gets clean if I'm in there or not in there. That'd be all right. Fanny got a job to do, and I got to get ready to go somewhere. Me and Fanny would have been best friends if she cleaned my room while I watched.
That is
I
just.
don't like the way you
I don't like that either. I'm so uncomfortable.
Clean the room while I watch.
What you mean? We all have a job to do, don't we? I appreciate Fanny.
I just I don't know.
Also, her name being Fanny. It's just a little odd.
It is a little weird. But even so it wasn't just that, right? So there's there's a little small kitchenette with a fridge and a microwave and whatever, and they give you utensils and bowls and stuff. So I brought oatmeal, and I made oatmeal every morning after I worked out, and so I have dishes and stuff. So when they came to pick that stuff up, I and then turn down service let me clean these dishes a little more for you before I give it to you, because they're not supposed. I don't want them to clean my dishes, or how about this? I don't want them to watch me cleaning their dishes.
Brad,
I know they're going to do it, but I don't want to watch them doing it.
You paid a premium price to get taken care of. Let them take care of you.
And you should take care of KBN Nation right now.
Okay.
Underdog Fantasy.
KBN Nation, we talked about Brad getting taken care of, but like Ben said, I want to take care of you. If you are looking for some fun over the weekend while watching sports, well, look no further and just go ahead and do it with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. It is so fun to play, and over 1 million fans across 33 different states are getting into the game by making picks on the Underdog Fantasy Sports app, where you can win up to 1,000. Yes, 1,000 times your money. It's so easy to play. So this is how it works. You go to the Underdog Fantasy app store, or you go to underdogfantasy.com. You select multiple players from different teams. On their stats, you select higher or lower. So whether it's passing yards, touchdown passes, rushing touchdowns, you select higher or lower on those player stats. If those picks hit, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. I told y'all last week I came out winning $63. Baby girl won about $100. We are in the money with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app, and I want you to be in the money as well. So this is, again, what I need you to do is go to their simple-to-use mobile app, or go to underdogfantasy.com and sign up using promo code KBN. That is promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Again, that's Underdog Fantasy and promo code KBN to claim your new deposit from Underdog Fantasy. And remember, must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Jason Wilde joins us next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Magoo's on the Mound.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Awesome. I had nothing before them. I had nothing before them.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad.
Hey, Russ, what up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah, all right, let's give him the floor. I'm going to
Yeah, don't interrupt, dang it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Starting off with some delays right now along westbound 94 from 25th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. We had an earlier accident on northbound 4394 just past Howard Avenue off on the right shoulder. If you're seeing any delays, it's because of that. But at this point, things are moving along pretty well till you get to the KK River, and then that's when it starts to slow down just a little bit up to Beecher. On eastbound 94, we got some backups as well, coming out of the stadium interchange itself. It's up on 43, a bit heavy from Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, low of 60 at the lakefront, 53 inland. Tomorrow, filtered sunshine with a high of 74 at the lake, 77 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Badgers legend.
Hey, it's Ron Dane. The big guy can travel. It's touchdown.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Dane cuts back, and now he's going to take it. The Madison Express touchdown.
Ron Ron Dean is football royalty.
1999 Heisman Memorial Trophy 2. Ron Dean of the University of Wisconsin.
Tune in Saturday morning at 9 for the Ron Dean Heisman Anniversary Celebration right here on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by Buck and Honey's, Coors Light, Gruber Law Offices, Gordon Flesh Company, and Feli's Flowers.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Wallace. Right now at Universal Windows Direct, get 0% financing for 60 months, restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 15 to 30-ounce selected varieties Hellmann's mayonnaise, $5.49. 7 to 16-ounce selected varieties Barilla pasta, 2 for $3. 128-ounce selected varieties Kemp's Pale, $6.99. 1 pound selected varieties Land O'Lakes butter, $4.99.
I am starving.
Oh, no. Never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, oh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against San Francisco on November 24th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
I'm shopping at Century alone next time.
Enter by November 6th.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
So tell me now, do you want it? 'Cause these dancing feet don't cry to the rhythm they cry for you. And every Saturday night that you ain't keep my tears alive.
Live from Magoo's on the Mound, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. A fantastic place to be all year long, whether it be shuttles to all the home playoff games, great food and drink specials. During Green and Gold games, they have $2 pints, free halftime buffet, which is a no-brainer, and then a pool with great prizes like football apparel, gift cards, and a whole lot more. Joining us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch. Listen to him 9 to noon across these various stations. Jason, how are you?
I'm great. That place is great. We did opening day there a couple of years ago. It was awesome.
Yes, all the food is fresh and handmade, never frozen. I think that in itself speaks volumes to how they take care of the food quality. Now, Jason, it's really great to have our guy Brad Nortman back on the show with us as he's done gallivanting on the beaches of Jacksonville with his wife Lexi and all of his friends. And he is perplexed by the idea of tipping cleaning services at hotels. Is that something you partake in?
No, but not because I'm not a good tipper. It's because we do not use the cleaning services at hotels. I mean, we get, there's obviously the room is made up when you get there, but we always travel with our dogs, so we put the do not disturb out and do not remove it. So we try to tidy up ourselves. But when I traveled covering the team, I would always leave a tip in the room if I was staying there for multiple nights.
Wow. I mean, that is news to me. I didn't know you're supposed to tip the cleaning ladies. Lexi and I leave it pretty nice, though. And I was telling
don't
him,
make excuses for bougie Brad.
I ran into the cleaning ladies legitimately 4 or 5 times throughout my time in Jacksonville. By the end of it, I felt so bad going in there. I was like helping them out a little bit. Is that weird, or is that a kind move by me?
Helping them out a little bit.
Yeah, trying to wash my plates a little bit better while they were there. It happened it was like the turn down service at night, Jason, where I saw them for the 4th time. The cleaning lady's name was Fanny. I'm like, oh my gosh, I run into her again. I'm apologizing for going into the room and we got
moving towels closer to her.
Yeah, and helping her with the trash and and she's like, no, but I was like, no, I insist. It was just awkward, but I felt like I was doing a good thing. Do you think I was doing a good thing or just getting in the way, Jason?
I think you were staying at a place that I have no interest in staying at.
No interest?
Did you know what turn down was, Jason?
You're not a beach guy. That's right.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm fine at a Marriott or a Courtyard or whatever else. I don't need somebody turning down, leaving a mint on my pillow. Now, I will say, for a good chunk of my career, we would stay at the same hotel as the team. And I always, even though it cost me Marriott points over the years, when other reporters would stay at the nearest Marriott property so they could rack up points, I always stayed there because I was always concerned that if something were to happen, I would be far away and I wouldn't be able to cover the story. And lo and behold, when they played in Oakland in 2003, they stayed at this boutique hotel in Berkeley. And we stayed there because that's what I always did. And it turned out that was obviously the trip when Brett Favre's father passed away back in Mississippi. And I'll never forget, because we were the only media outlet that took advantage of that opportunity of staying at the hotel. I ended up, first of all, talking to guys, which allowed me to write much more meaningful stories about one of the most memorable nights that I've ever covered, the most memorable game I've ever covered, including Super Bowls. But also, I was the first one to find out that Favre was playing and that he had told the team in a team meeting the night before, I'm playing. And so on the ESPN bottom line, it said, the Wisconsin State Journal reports Brett Favre will play Monday night against the Raiders. So that was because I stayed at that bougie hotel, which, again, I'm not meant to be wealthy. I'm just uncomfortable. When we would go to the NFL meetings and they're at all these really luxury resorts, I didn't stay there. And B, when we would go there for the coverage of the NFL meetings, I was as uncomfortable as could be. That's just not my jam. So that's fine. You made all that NFL money as the B-52 bomber, but that's not my game. So, next, let me know when you stay at a Holiday Inn Express, and then we'll see what your position is.
Yeah, well, I do know that Brad was meant to be wealthy because he really loves the turn-down service. It's Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, live from Magoo's on the Mound with Jason Wilde joining us.
I'd like to try my hand at being wealthy one time in my life. But, Jason, which do you believe in more on Sunday, the Packers offense or the Vikings defense?
Do you really want to be wealthy? How wealthy?
Jason, people say more money, more problems. I want to try my hand at these problems. I really do. I always feel like if I win the lottery, I know exactly I would invest in this and do this. I would be so happy if I was rich. I would still do the show too.
Oh,
and I would give to a lot of people.
I don't believe you. You'd still do the show?
Oh yeah.
If you won $700 million, you'd keep doing the show.
Why
We'd be the highest billing show in radio?
No, I didn't say I was going to give us money. I got my money. But no, I legitimately would. I mean, life is boring if you're just doing nothing with it, right? Maybe I'll travel a little bit more.
Powerful.
You could have an impact in a lot of ways with that money. And you're a good human being, so I would expect you to. All right, what was the question?
Well, so going into Sunday, everybody's talking about this vaunted Vikings defense, and we've seen what Matt LaFleur has been able to do with the offense under Malik Willis. So that leads me to ask you, which do you believe in more on Sunday, the Packers offense or the Vikings defense?
Well, I don't know what to believe about the Packers offense, right? I mean, I don't know what Jordan Love is going to look like. I guess I don't even really know for certain that he's going to play. So, I think we have to be a little bit careful there. And, the Packers defense, obviously, their arrow the last 2 games is pointing way up. But, I'm not sure the Colts are any good, and I'm pretty sure that the Titans definitely aren't very good. So I don't know what they're going to do against Sam Darnold and an offense that obviously put up some pretty good points against a pretty good defense in the Texans. So, it's still, these early season games are hard enough. I'm not a wagerer, and I think I'd be bad at it if I was. So I don't really know what to expect. I do know this, that the idea of Jordan Love being less than 100% and in turn then his mobility being less than ideal, that would give me some apprehension that they're playing this defense this week. Like, I would rather, if I'm the Packers, be facing a defense that's not quite as adept at getting after the quarterback than this group is, because, again, I don't know if Jordan's going to be 70% of his normal mobility, 85% of his normal mobility, 50% of his normal mobility. I don't know what it's going to look like if and when he does play, but I don't think that the team that leads the NFL in sacks with 16 through 3 games is necessarily the group that I would want to be playing against in this instance.
So what you're saying is, if Jordan Love is limited, if you were Matt LaFleur, you would probably sit Jordan Love this week?
No, that's not what I said at all. And I know you're going to be wealthy, so I won't have to answer your questions for a while after you get that big payday.
I'll be here forever, Jason.
But that's what you say. I hope it happens for you, and then you're put to the test.
Me too. I want to be faced with that decision.
So I'm not saying you don't play him. I'm just saying that I think it's a greater challenge because of what these guys are capable of. Now, if he's not ready, he's not ready. But I think there's just a very different tone this week than the last 2 weeks, where it just kind of felt like they were trying to convince us, you're saying there's a chance, even though there wasn't really a chance. And now I kind of feel like at this point, this is more likely than not that he plays, and that's why I would be a little apprehensive.
Jason, we have a familiar face in Aaron Jones returning to Lambeau Field, and
Tyler Van Ginkel.
Tyler Van Ginkel, how about that? I didn't realize. I guess he was on the team.
Is his first name Tyler?
Yeah.
No, it's Andrew, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Andrew Van Ginkel.
Okay.
Who's Tyler Van Ginkel?
I don't know.
Tyler Van
I don't know.
Dyke?
I think I can find him with Rip Van Winkle and Tyler Van Dyke.
Hey!
Either way, Aaron Jones, a beloved former Packer coming back, and I believe you say that he was a joy to cover. So I ask you, in all of your years covering the Packers, who's your favorite former Packer that you ever covered as a Packer, and why?
Well, it's kind of like my children. Like, I don't have a favorite. I love them both equally. They're both very different people, but I love them exactly the same. And so I would say that Charles Woodson, who was on our show today, Dorsey Levens, Al Harris, Micah Hyde, Mark Tauscher, I guess. It's a pretty long list, and it's pretty cool to, my thing has always been, and not everyone does this job the same, and I'm not saying my way is right or wrong, but I do think that when you treat these guys more as people than transactions, it's a lot cooler job, and you get to tell better stories about them. So, I've been lucky to cover some really great guys. Aaron Rodgers and I obviously had a great relationship. We stay in touch still, but he and I have maybe some differences of opinions on a few things lately, but we still keep in touch. But I don't know where I put him in the rankings as of today, but he's behind Tausch. Let's put it that way.
What did those guys have in common that made them so fun to cover?
Really engaging, interesting people. And you could have conversations with them about virtually anything, but when it came to the actual football part, I was always smarter when my conversations with them were over than I was when I started the conversations. So I think that's part of it. I also think that just, and this is going to sound corny, but I really do believe that whether it's me as a beat writer or me as a host of a radio show or a guest on your show, and I think Rob Domofsky, who I heard doing your show yesterday, I was not a huge fan of our guy as he was billed for your show, by the way. I mean, I thought, I don't know, maybe I was your guy. But be that as it may.
You're like our children, Jason. We're all the same.
Brad.
You're all the same? Wow.
That's going to hurt him even more. Brad, he thought you were his guy.
No, Jason, you are my guy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, suck up.
Jason, we're buddies.
Brad, you weren't even here. You could have played that off so easily.
I know. I thought that was such a funny way to bring that back up.
Go back to your bougie hotel.
Isn't it time to turn down? What is it?
We're nearing turn down service time.
Turn down for what?
Nice.
I would just say this. I do take the kind of responsibility of being a conduit to the fans as important. I know my questions are sometimes annoying if you watch the press conferences. I know I don't have all the answers, but I do really think that, for fans that don't get to have the access that we do, the access that I do to this team, I do try to use that in a way that makes them educated, entertained. That's kind of what we do this for. It's a fun job. And frankly, back to Kyle, me giving Kyle a hard time. Like I was just telling somebody this, I want to be able to pay the bills, right? I want to be able to pay our mortgage. I want the girls to be able to have the things that they want. I don't want to be spoiled brats who have everything. But I don't do this because I want to be rich. I do it because it very rarely feels like work. Even when I talk to this show, it doesn't feel like work. So we're really lucky to do what we do, and I love what I get to do. So I love that we get to talk to some really fascinating people, and we get to bring fans closer to the game, and we get to have conversations like we had this morning with Charles Woodson, which, I don't know how much radio he does, but it was pretty awesome to get to talk to him for almost a half hour today on the show.
Well, if you missed that interview, go to WisconsinOnDemand.com and check out Wilde and Tausch podcast. Make sure you hit the Charles Woodson interview. Jason, thanks for being our guy until we have our next guy on a little bit later.
Next week.
We'll talk to you on Monday, all right?
Hey, do they have the Cuban sandwich today at Magoo's on the Mound? That's what I had last time I was there. It was really good.
We have gone with the sandwich special, which is a Brenner. It's like a breakfast for lunch sandwich.
Ooh.
The Robo Chorizo patty with pepper jack, bacon, avocado, lettuce, tomato, fried egg on a potato bun, and it is dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I like the sound of that. I'm sorry I'm not there. All right, boys, take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde. Listen to him, Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon across these very stations. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Magoo's on the Mound, which we just mentioned. Scheduled to appear at 4:45 today for his bi-weekly appearance on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 3:45. Thank you, Alex Drove. Is Greg Scalzo, big boss of Good Karma Brands Milwaukee. We'll get to him at 3:45 and hit a whole lot more with you until then. Coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I love you, KBN Nation. I love you, Kyle. You're my best friend.
I know you need it, so you are my best friend as well.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Northbound 43, we're dealing with an accident now. The right lane is blocked at Locust with this crash, so watch out for the delays coming out of the Fond du Lac Avenue area. We've also got more delays southbound on 43 from Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive, and then again through the Marquette Interchange. There's also an accident on 4394 northbound. Looks like it's just a car left over just north of Howard Avenue off on the right shoulder with that one. Westbound 94 slowing from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's tight from about 76th Street to 68th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mainly clear, a low of 60 at the lakefront, 53 inland. Tomorrow, filtered sunshine, a high of 74 at the lake, 77 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
The leaves are turning from green to gold, fall is here, and football season is back. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard-to-find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
Hey, Milwaukee sports fans. It's Brad Nortman from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You've invested too much into that nice ride, so don't settle for a gas station car wash. Treat it to a Tsunami Express car wash. State-of-the-art wash technology, powerful free vacuums, and unlimited wash memberships. Now with 5 locations across Greater Milwaukee, Tsunami Express is your go-to spot for a flawless finish and a first-class car wash every time. Trust me, your car will thank you. Sign up for a membership online at TsunamiExpress.com and get your first wash free. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
$1 million. That's big, really big. This September, Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is handing out a cool million, and you've got a shot at winning your share. The big $1 million giveaway is here. Just play with your rewards card and you're entered to win. Couldn't be easier and couldn't be bigger. No wonder it's called the Big One. For more details, visit paysbig.com/big one. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you live from Magoo's on the Mound. Shuttles to all the home baseball playoff games. Fresh, handmade, never frozen food, and tons of events. Visit magoos.biz, B-I-Z, for all the details. Alex Schrofer in the show, UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776, and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, it's great to have Brad Nortman back because I never know what he's going to bring us next, and we will get to a lot of his opinions from what was the last week of Green Bay Packer football leading into the game against the Minnesota Vikings. But what the hell is going on now with your too niceness on the airplane?
Yeah, so
wow.
So
nice.
Lexi and I, so it's hot in Jacksonville, obviously, so we had a bunch of waters, right, like bottled waters when we were there. And when we left then on Wednesday, we had 7 bottled waters left as we were going to the airport. So we didn't want to waste them, so we chugged them, basically. We had like 3 bottled waters each.
Why didn't you check them in your bag?
What a stupid move.
Because, well, they're not that worth it to just check in your bag. Might as well just drink them.
So instead you're going to be super full on a plane?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were already dehydrated, so I was eating a little bit. I mean, it's probably, 2 was probably perfect, but we did like 3.5, you know?
Yo, he's the weirdest person.
So, no, it was good.
I met my cheap match, and he made millions of dollars in the league.
I'm not just going to toss out water, fresh, healthy water.
You're not going to put it in your bag because they're not worth all that, but you'll make yourself have a full bloated tummy because you don't want to waste it.
Yeah, hydrate myself. That's a positive.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
So anyway,
I hope you peed your pants on the plane.
So we go. So obviously I relieve myself before boarding, right? Because I had to go really bad. But that is probably like on its way to multiple needs of like going to the bathroom. So anyway, Lexi and I, we changed our flight, so we were both like, she was in front of me. I was in the window.
Oh, no.
And it was too
the
cheap.
Inseparable were separated?
I know. She was right in front of me, though. So I could just
cheap to pay for a seat.
Put my hand on her head. No, it was just full flight. I could put my hand on her head if I needed that Lexi connection. So she was right in front of me. We're both We're both windows. Oh, that's put my hand on her head. Oh, that's better.
I ain't mad at you.
Right? So anyway.
Hey.
So anyway, so we're both window seats. It's a 2x2 flight, and so that means there's someone that's blocking my way to go to the aisle to go to the bathroom. So you kind of like take off, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta kind of go to the bathroom. Like it's like
it's like 3 waters.
It's like 70%. Where I'm like, ooh, probably in the next like 10 minutes, I'm gonna really have to go. Ooh. And so I look to my right, and the guy in the aisle is sleeping.
Oh,
he's out cold, and there's no way for me to get through him. So I'm like, oh boy, like anxiety level spiked.
Uh-oh.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I'll just give it a minute. I don't have to go right now. I'm gonna give it a minute, right? 10 minutes goes by. My man's still sleeping. I'm trying to like do things that kind of like wake him up, kind of like like subtle nudges, and I'm hoping the flight attendants like knock him as they go through. Lexi's already gotten up, went to the bathroom, no problem. So I'm just sitting
Why
here
didn't you
jealous
have
of her.
her get up to talk to you or something? And
Well, because this dude was out, right? So again, I felt bad. So I'm like, how am I gonna wake this guy up because I drank 3 waters? So anyway, I waited 30 minutes.
Ooh,
30 minutes. And
I would have been dying if they come over. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have some turbulence, so we're gonna have everybody buckle up here. Flight attendants, for your safety, please go take your seats. Nobody get up above and move around the cabin.
Oh my gosh, I was sweating. I was just praying this guy would wake up. He didn't do it, and so eventually, I'm like, I was like, Lexi, I'm just gonna wake him up. She's like, just wake him up. So I numb on the show, like, hey man, sorry. Like I'm actually kind of panicking. Like, hey man, like sorry, I got to go to the bathroom. He wakes up. He goes, oh yeah, for sure, no problem. He's like, no problem at all. He gets up, he was super cool with it. And I went to the bathroom, and oh man, it was such a sense of relief, of course.
Brad,
I was like, I should have done this 20 minutes ago.
This is the bell thing.
But
you know how you didn't want to hit the bell?
He don't learn.
Yeah.
You don't learn his lesson. He don't learn whatsoever.
It is the bell. It is exactly
and also,
hitting the like customer service bell.
What's the worst thing that could have happened?
Well, so this
sir, I'm not going to wake up and get up for you.
He's going to do it, but here's where I felt bad. I went back to my seat.
Had to pee again?
Well, I did have to pee again. But about like 30 minutes later, I had to pee again. But he tried to sleep again, and dude couldn't fall back asleep.
Ooh.
I could tell he was tossing and turning. He couldn't back to sleep, and eventually just gave up and went on his phone. So I disturbed the man's peace because I had to go to the bathroom. So that is what held me off for so long. Because I'm like, I wake this dude up. I'm sure he's not going to be able to fall back asleep. And sure enough, he wasn't able to fall back asleep. But let me tell you. The final 15 minutes, I was like hitting his leg, like just trying to do all the things.
That's even more rude.
Wake up,
what the world's going on? This dude keep touching me.
You're the weirdest, smartest, quirkiest, most interesting man in the world.
Yeah, I didn't want to like be the reason why he woke up overtly.
Brad, this is a shared space. It's a shared space that have bathrooms. If he wanted to sit there and not be bothered if he fell asleep, he should have got first class. He was in coach just like you, so he needs to move for you to go to the bathroom.
So are you saying that the aisle person has a responsibility to be okay with like getting up?
That's
part
of
what you
it.
sign up for?
That is 100% part of the job. I can't hold nobody hostage. Bro.
Yo, you know what? I got this.
Yo, sit down.
I got this.
Steve Smith.
Yeah.
He had PTSD. Steve Smith. Steve Smith was on the aisle and said, if you're going to go in there, you're not going to talk to me. You're not going to go to the bathroom. And was there anything else?
You said, don't talk to me. Don't go to the bathroom. Don't get up. And like, I think we're learning. I'm getting NFL PTSD with all this stuff. I got shamed because of my body weight. You know, when I was in Jacksonville. That's why I'm a crazy health freak now. And now I refuse to go to the bathroom on a plane.
That's terrible.
Well, I can tell you one thing is you just need to get advice at anything in life from Gina Della from Pella, because when I had Gina come to my house on Tuesday, my fiance was unable to be there, Brad. So how do you think it went?
Not great.
No, it went amazing. You know why? Because I didn't choose anything. Gina basically built the door.
You can trust Gina.
Yeah, I mean, she literally was like, no, that's not. Ben, if you do that, it's going to look bad. And if you want to resell the home, it's going to look stupid, blah, 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 blah. Like all of it. Showing me how I'm going to save on energy versus this window versus that window. Both are energy efficient, but if it's long term, you do this. If it's shorter term, you're still going to save on energy costs, still up the value of the home. But if you're not there forever, you could like literally have a conversation about what your goals are. They will give you an outlook and an outline of what it could look like from a door standpoint, a window standpoint. They're working hard, and I can't wait to see what we're going to have happen at the Brust household. 855-PELA-WI, PELAWI.com. Thank God for Gina. She's the best. Joe Franco's the best. Their team is the best. So give them a call and tell them KBN sent you, and you will be enjoying brand new windows and doors from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Joining us next from Magoo's on the Mound is the big boss himself. His name is Greg Scalzo. We've got a lot to hit on with him next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this? Good for you. For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ribbing me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You going to lean back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in them open seats?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com, the best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
That's the idea of a deal. Each side gets wins, right? They have Jordan Love under contract for the next 5 years.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
I think Packers fans would sign up for 12-5 today, and maybe they will be.
Right here on 94.5 ESPN, and also streaming live on the Wisconsin On Demand app and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too.
She absolutely nailed it.
Are you talking about Jenny Sambeline? Yeah, Jenny and her pendant, the music in a mother's heart. Hi, Rick. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Monica. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Jenny, we're going to produce your pendant design as a limited edition collector's item and put a few of them in all of our 8 Kessler stores.
Congratulations, Jenny. Wow, this is huge. Jenny, we expect the music in a mother's heart to sell out very quickly.
We'll also make a few available online.
I designed that pendant from the memory of how my mother made me feel when we'd sing together.
How often did that happen?
Constantly. We'd sing along with whatever was playing on the radio, or sometimes we would watch a musical on TV and sing along with that.
At just $124, the music in a mother's heart is going to sell out lightning fast.
I'm buying one.
I'm buying one. I bought the prototype the moment I saw it.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You expect Fleet Farm to have everything you need for everyday life. Well, expect everything at the best prices guaranteed, too. Automotive, pets, birding, hunting, farming, snacking, you name it. All your everyday essentials, all at the best prices guaranteed. And if you happen to find a lower price elsewhere, we'll match it. Any day, every day. Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life at the best prices guaranteed.
This time of year can be really tough on a number of areas in your home. If you're struggling with any electrical issues, the superheroes at Current Electric are ready to help you. Chuck Smith is a Brookfield Central grad who started Current Electric over 40 years ago. His mission was to serve our community with integrity and quality. Whether it's as small as a switch repair or as large as rewiring your entire home, to a generator to keep your lights on, or even interest in solar energy, call on the superheroes from Current Electric. Go to callcurrent.com. That's callcurrent.com.
Football fans, tailgating season is here. There's no better way to celebrate football being back than with Boda Box Wine. Boda Box is giving away tickets to 2 separate winners for a VIP Green Bay game day and tailgate party experience for the November 24th game against San Francisco. Fans, enter by scanning the QR code posted at participating Boda Box retailers in Wisconsin through October 30th. Winners will be announced on November the 1st. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Boda Box Vineyards, Manteca, California. Visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com for more details.
Football fans, get ready to elevate your game day experience. Milwaukee Broadhouse downtown has the ultimate package for stress-free fun this football season. With rides starting at $85 per person, hop on their round-trip buses from Milwaukee Broadhouse downtown for every green and gold home game. Enjoy all you can drink on the ride and a private restroom. Want even more? Upgrade your ticket and add on an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate package for an additional $30. Spots are filling up fast. Book today at MilwaukeeBroadhouse.com. Milwaukee Broadhouse, located on MLK Drive downtown.
The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions!
The Bucks in 6 podcast presents a special series commemorating the Bucks championship run in 2021. From the thrilling Game 7 overtime victory against the Nets.
Durant shooting, got it at the buzzer! No, it's a 2-pointer.
To the 50-point statement made by Giannis in the finals.
A 50-point game!
That's the stuff of legend.
Immerse yourself in the sounds of each playoff round with Bucks and Six on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. ESPN Milwaukee's Big Boss.
Purple's not a freaking color in the rainbow!
The only one who holds Ben accountable.
You're cheating the system! I'm not!
Welcome to Thursdays with Greg Scalzo.
Happy Thursday!
On Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Joining us now at his normal 3:30 time that we moved to 3:45, that we got into the show at 3:48, is Greg Scalzo, who's not here.
Hey, guys, it's Greg Scalzo. How you doing, babe?
Actually, he is here.
Wow.
No, your headphones right there. You ain't sitting down.
Entrance.
You're late. You're late.
What an
Came in
entrance.
hot.
Happy Thursday!
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
You should have.
Yeah, I got him, Strophy. I got him. Greg Scalzo joining us here.
Look at that smile.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I know you didn't say it on the air, but I'm having fun seeing Greg Scalzo. How am I supposed to know when you're on the air or off
I
the air?
haven't said anything on the air until right now.
That is.
All right. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman are joined by the big boss, Greg Scalzo.
Oh, God.
Live from Magoo's on the Mound.
Love this spot.
Yeah, I know you love this spot, but dude, late at 3:30, move you to 3:45.
I was not late. If you request to be moved a certain time, I asked, is it okay if I'm at 3:45 instead of 3:30, and I get a yes on that, then that's not being late. That's me asking for a time change.
Well, your time change is to be here by 3:45, not
I
walking in
I
at
was
3:48.
I was late once. That's my point. I wasn't late twice. I'll own the late once. I'll own that. I'll be accountable to that.
So
that.
a lot to hit on with you because you're the perfect person for a Brad Nortman's double situation here. First and foremost, he stayed at the Bonavita Club and Inn or whatever.
Yeah,
Did I finally get it right.
Bonavita Inn and Club. No, you got it wrong again. Try.
Well, I'm not going to get it right, but they very exclusive, right? They have the room service come in the morning, turn down at night, which I didn't even know of.
You've heard of turn down service,
Of course,
right?
I've heard of turn.
Yeah, it's like it's not
bougie Greg and
it's
bougie
not.
Greg.
What are you talking about?
Is it
You
that
don't want the
bougie?
same sheets in the morning as you do in the afternoon.
What?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
y'all
and
live
they
a
draw
good
the
life.
shades.
Well, I
and
mean,
on the
you
pillow.
come on,
boss.
it's
Big
Brad
boss
and
is
his
the big
wife
boss.
there. You know,
Yeah.
like you don't want those same sheets in the morning as the afternoon.
Next time I stay at
towels.
next time I
freshly
stay at a
pressed robe.
regular hotel, I'm gonna say, hey, can y'all come turn this place down too?
So Brad ran into the cleaning service 4 times. He got to know
at
Fanny
least.
very well.
Yeah.
Then he
Our
started
clean-
helping clean.
Our cleaning lady is named Fanny. I saw her, like, literally, I ran into the room, like, 4 or 5 times, and she was there. I'm like, oh, my gosh, this reoccurring schedule is ridiculous. And the time that was the real, like, okay, I need to do something. This is too awkward. Because it's awkward every time I go in there. It was during the turn-down service. It was, like, 7 o'clock at night. I ran in there to, like, get some alcoholic beverages for me and some of our friends. And, she's doing turn-down. Like, oh, my gosh, here we go again. So I made the drink. I'm about to walk out, and I just feel like a jerk. So I started to wash our dishes a little bit and help her with the trash. It's just
All right,
I
so
felt too bad.
There's 2 absurd things. One is you helping to clean, and 2, why wouldn't you be ordering drinks at the pool or wherever you're at? Why are you making drinks in your
Do you
room?
not
Because
know that this guy went to Napa for his 10-year
remember, but like
anniversary
you
and
did
brought
that
Napa
again.
wine?
Yeah,
that's
of course.
the whole point of being on vacation is to have somebody make your drinks for you. You don't have to run up to the room all the time.
I like making my own drinks.
No, you don't. You
I
like
do.
saving your
No,
own money.
I like that too.
Oh, stop it.
I like that too.
I know what cheap looks like, and boy, oh boy, I like
yeah.
people making my drinks for free, but they don't do that. That's why I love all inclusive. I would have brought it just like you did, Brad.
No, yeah, we brought our own
absurd
stuff.
to me.
I think we
Why
only
even go on vacation?
I think we only paid for like
To clean.
I think we paid for only like 3 total drinks, and it was at dinner one night. That's it.
And that-
all the rest of
that
it
was
was,
probably too much.
we got after it. So
what?
That's like literally we probably saved $500 by bringing our own drinks.
I would pay $1,000 to not have to make my own drinks on vacation. Are you kidding me?
Man,
That's the whole beauty of it. That's the beauty of being on vacation.
Brad-
Why even go on vacation if you're cleaning up after yourself and you're making your own?
Brad said that he would not even get the hotel room at 25% discount if he had to be in there while they were cleaning.
No, Kyle said that he would lay on the bed as they clean around the room and say, "Oh yeah, no, get that. You missed that."
I've stayed in the room before they clean.
That is next level uncomfortability.
I'm not going to disrupt you cleaning the room, and I'm not going to disrupt my life. So yeah, go ahead, clean around what I'm doing right now.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. It happens. I got places to be eventually, and I can't just step out the room for 15 minutes for them to clean.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, joined by the big Brust, Greg Scalzo.
What do you guys tip for the cleaning service?
Why are you looking at us two?
I didn't tip.
You didn't tip?
No, hold on.
You know her name?
First of all,
She's
two
doing
things.
turn-down service?
Guess what Josh DiMaggio, producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, said?
First,
Fanny doesn't like the Nortmans.
We were so kind to Fanny. Maybe not like financially. No, but we don't leave the room. We leave the room nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like we leave it nice.
She's all right. Just put yourself in Fanny's position. She's cleaning, right? And she sees you repeatedly going and making your own drinks, so you don't have to pay the establishment she works for in order to drink there. And then at the end of this whole trip, after you interrupt her 10 times. She's showing up to your room and she's looking under all the pads of paper. She's looking all over the place for a tip.
I hope she's not.
And there's nothing there.
It's like a scavenger hunt.
How much are you supposed to tip a cleaning lady?
How long are you there?
$1 a day?
I've never heard of tipping a cleaning
$1
lady.
a day. It's not $1 a drink.
Leave a 20. Like, you don't have to leave on 20 bucks.
Brad, stop, dude.
How much were you paying for the hotel room?
It was $5.50 a night.
$5.50 a night. All right, so you're paying $5.50 a night, and you can't leave the person cleaning your room twice a day. $20.
But it should be embedded in the $5.50.
I agree.
That's plenty.
You go to a bar. You go to a bar and you spend $100. What are you tipping the bartender? $20. And they just made 4 or 5 drinks for you.
Depends. Depends on what I'm ordering.
Bad tippers.
Depends on what I'm ordering. I'm going to say this. There's also, there's the $5.50, but then there's like the resort fee. They put that on top of it too.
He's gonna go to the
I'm like,
ends
listen,
of the earth
that has to trickle down to Fanny.
No,
it must.
What world do you live in that trickles down to Fanny?
Where else does it go?
The
it's
resort
to pay
fee
the
goes
employees.
right in. No, it's not.
Yeah, it has to be.
The resort fee is for the upkeep on all of the resorts.
Is she a part of upkeep?
Wait, Brad, didn't you think at the end of the day when they got done, they went to go check out and leave, they say, here you go, Fanny, here's the tips that you have for the day. You think that's what they do? They take it out the resort fee?
No.
It's got to be somewhere embedded in the
embedded in the $12 an hour that Fanny makes.
Exactly.
And you're sitting there making your own drinks to save $500. You couldn't peel a 20 off of that $500 you saved for the person cleaning your room.
Where does it end? I mean, there was a guy mowing the grass out there. Do I mow the grass
different.
guy? I mean, like, do I do every hotel employee?
She moves your drawers. Right? She's moving your dirty clothes to the side.
Wait, hold on.
You got to tip the person.
Now, I will say this. Lexi and I bring our own laundry bags, and we put our underwear in one. We put colors in one, and we put air dry in one. We keep our room pristine. We pull up our comforter.
Here's the thing. I got an idea for you. Take all the money you're going to take vacation for the next couple of years on and just build yourself a damn pool, because you're pretty much not on vacation. You're just going to stay in a room with a pool, right? Like you're still making your own drinks. You're still cleaning your room. You're doing everything you would normally do at home. You just got a pool in the backyard.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I did tell the guys earlier that I brought oatmeal to make every day because they had a microwave.
Breakfast was ready already.
So but that's why I felt bad, because we use the dishes, and the dishes are dirty. So I'm like, I can't have Fanny doing my dishes. So
I can't wait the more that Greg is gonna get to know Brad.
There's a method behind the madness.
There ain't no method behind the madness.
There's lots of methods behind the madness.
You spent $550 a night plus resort fees, and you couldn't give poor Fanny $20?
That's already enough.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
Thank you, Greg, for joining Kyle, Brust, and Nortman at Magoo's on the Mound. This concludes the ESPN Wisconsin portion, and no better way that I would have liked to end it. Coming up next in Beaver Dam, how about Wally and Corey? 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Jim, Matt, and Molly up next in Madison. Strophe, I have no idea where I'm at here.
You got 20 seconds, Benny. Keep it rolling.
Thank you. And we'll be back live from Magoo's on the Mound with tons of great food. Stop on by, swing on by. We're here till 5 o'clock.
Hey,
Kyle,
Ben, you've got 10 seconds left. Keep going.
Continues next in 2 minutes.
I don't like being with you guys. I feel bored.
What?
All your money. Radio plays what they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool.
Northbound on 43, we've got an accident at Locust that has the right lane blocked and big delays all the way back through the Marquette. On southbound 43, heavy from Silver Spring down to Capitol, and then you're back on the brakes from Locust all the way down through the Marquette. Westbound 94, heavy from 16th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's tightening up right about at 76th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange to 35th. And then we've got southbound on 41, heavy from about Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 60 at the lakefront, 53 inland. Tomorrow, filtered sunshine, a high of 74 at the lake, 77 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Better Ozga on 94.5 ESPN.
$1 million. That's big, really big. This September, Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is handing out a cool million, and you've got a shot at winning your share. The big $1 million giveaway is here. Just play with your rewards card and you're entered to win. Couldn't be easier and couldn't be bigger. No wonder it's called the Big One. For more details, visit paysbig.com/big one. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from Magoo's on the Mound. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. Holla, we them boys. Holla, holla, holla. We making noise. Holla.
It's the 414 hour at 4 live from Magoo's on the Mound on KBN.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman, who's back gallivanting on vacation in Jacksonville, not tipping poor Fanny, who cleaned up after him every single day for 4 days at his hotel. But hanging around with us in the 414 hour at 4 is Greg Scalzo, because I need more of Greg's thought process of what goes through Brad's mind, because we just discovered that he doesn't tip. He spent all this money on the hotel, but there's more Bradisms, and we have quirky Brad things that we list and add to the list. One that is fascinating is we talk about Brad's house being the Nortman estate, right? Very big.
Yeah.
You have a great room, a lodge room, a lawn guy, Steve the handyman, or
Handyman Steve.
Handyman Steve. And,
Nate the long guy, and
all the above. And it's 800-990-3776 if you want to get into
do
the
they
show.
live on site at the estate? Like, do they have rooms there? What kind of estate are we?
Well, Steve's a neighbor, which is helpful.
Okay.
And Nate, he cuts like a lot of the people in our neighborhood, but we just happen to be one of his happy
Sometimes too
customers.
frequent, but we'll leave that for another day. Now, Greg, Brad, please tell him what happened to your dang windows in your room.
Yeah, so we move into the house, right? And we do a lot to it. Like, so the first 8 months, we changed the house a ton, right? And we spend a lot of money doing that. And at some point, we're just like, I just can't spend any more money on this house, right? Hit a hard stop. We're just mentally can't do it. So one of the things we overlooked was blinds. Like, you never really think that when you tour a house or anything like that.
You don't.
So we went in there, and particularly in our master bedroom, it's decent-sized windows and whatever else, but we tried to live in it for a year and a half, and it just is horrible, right? Because especially in the wintertime or the summertime, it gets light so early, the whole thing. So we got a blinds quote. And
do you not have neighbors?
Our backyard is like completely private.
You have
which is
acres, just acres upon acres.
It's the estate.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to get it across.
It's pretty private. So we eventually said, okay, we need to create darkness in our bedroom, right? Because it's too light. It's too late. It's disrupting our sleep. So as a way to like temporarily get by, we're like, well, wait a minute. We've got these like industrial black garbage bags. Why don't we tape those up and like create darkness in our room while we shop for blinds? That will be a great short-term fix. So I did it. This is on June 5th. Okay, so this is what it looks like. What's your reaction
Please
to that, Greg
describe.
Scalzo?
I mean,
it's pretty darn good. It's tight. It's tight.
That's what Ted Bundy's victims saw before they died. I mean, like,
so that was June 5th.
Okay.
And we have gotten blinds quotes since then, and I could only describe them as absurd.
Have you ever heard of curtains before? Because you can order curtains on Amazon for $100,
and my dumb ass was able to put up curtains in my nursery for my child.
Correct. Like they're very easy to put up, and it doesn't mean that one. But okay,
I don't like them.
But
why don't you like curtains?
They're bulky. They feel like they intrude on the room.
And what do you think garbage bags are?
They're sleek. They sit inside the window. They're inside the window. Okay. It's unbelievable.
Very trendy,
so we've gotten multiple quotes since then. I can only describe them as absurd. So I'm like, okay, we're not doing this. So it's been like that for, what is that, 3 months now?
But again,
and it works fabulously.
But short-term curtains can lead to long-term blinds. But it's better. Like a curtain's got to be better than garbage.
Your wife think of the waking up to plastic Ted Bundy's room.
She's gotten used to it.
But it's also you also never get natural light in your bedroom.
Yeah, I'll pull back the painter's tape from time to time to get a little bit of natural light.
Lexi's sitting there like, hey, Brad, can we just get a little light?
Well,
yeah, I got you, baby. Let's go get Moody's tape.
Here's the rationale. That cost me nothing. It's been a fabulous short-term solution. No one goes into our master bedroom
it's
but us.
It's not a short-term solution. You're 3 months in. You're 4 months in now.
That's how good of a solution it is. It's unbelievable.
Right, you're going to forget how to open up blinds.
There's plenty of natural light in the rest of our house. And, I can admit that we spent – so, like, I think the lowest we got a quote for, like, several rooms, right? The lowest quote we got for like decent blackout shades was $6,000.
Oh, you want blackout shades?
Yeah, if I'm going to do it, I want them to be the caliber of my trash bags. Those are blackout. I want blackout if I'm going to get it. And I was like, look, I just $6,000 for blinds.
Yeah,
when it's $550 for 4 nights, he's already 1/3 of the way there.
That's also
true. And all the money
true.
you saved on booze at the hotel, you should be in good shape.
That's true. Good mental accounting.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you live from Magoo's on the Mound. Joining us is Greg Scalzo, the big boss. Very happy to have him. Our question of the day thus far, with the reaction from the Talk and Text line and on Twitter at KBN ESPN. If Aaron Jones were to Lambo Leap, is it fair or foul to accidentally, quote unquote, spill beer on him?
I mean, why you got to do that to Aaron Jones?
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, why are you trying to do that to Aaron Jones?
Right now, 57.1% say it's fair.
It's a bad
43%
representation.
say foul.
Like, what does fair or foul actually mean? Like, should the fan be thrown out of the stadium? No. But it's not like, is that how Packers fans want to be represented?
Thank you.
Aaron Jones didn't do anything wrong. He didn't go ahead and leave the Packers.
We dumped him.
Yes. He got dumped. He is the dumpee, not the dumper. And he gets dumped in.
Or just the dumped.
Or just the dumped, yes. And now you want to go and pour beer on it? It's insult to injury.
A lot of people
Sorry,
are
I'm looking up how much a curtain rod and blackout curtains are on Amazon. You can get both for $50.
Yeah, but they're intrusive on the room. They're bulky. They're heavy.
And plastic garbage bags.
Sorry, I don't mean to go back to it.
No,
that's wild.
It is wild. He's wildly cheap. Even I got blinds because listen, I'm going to be honest. I like walking around my house because I'm the man in the house. So I like walking around how I want to walk around. And I ain't got time to be tiptoeing around and looking around windows. So I said, I got to get blinds around. Even I paid to get blinds, Brad.
No, that's saying something.
So here's some of the responses. I want to see where I want you to see where these Packer fans are at here.
Sure.
What else would you do if any non-Packers player does the leap? You accidentally spill your $24 beer. Tim had the best one. I would say, where's the whisper? I love the whisper. Nick, I would whisper gently in his ear, I miss you, and then push him and yell, the leap out of here, which I kind of like that one. That accomplishes both. I would say, sorry, Aaron, green and gold, even when I'm dead and cold, get the bleep out of here. So not a lot of love from the text line, split on the poll. I'm kind of for it. Like, he is no longer a Green Bay Packer, and if Kyle wants to talk about being a Packer backer and now he's trying to show a soft side, Packer backers want to destroy the opponent no matter who they are. When you move on from the green and gold, it's not about you anymore. It's about the green and gold. He could have been good to you in the past. It doesn't mean right now you need to treat him well.
You can push him out the stands. You can do that while you whisper sweet nothings in his ear and you push him away. But you don't need to pour beer on the man. That's so disrespectful. If somebody poured beer on you right now in the bar, what would you want to do?
I'm not a professional athlete.
Brad, if somebody poured beer on you after you punted and somehow got into the end zone to a Lambo Leap for some odd reason, what would you have done? Well, I know, Brad.
What? I wouldn't what, Kyle?
Bro, hey, Cam, look what he did to me, Cam. Cam, you see?
I would judge the individual who did it to me, and if it was some big bulking individual, I'd say, "Sir, could you please not do that?" But I'd be upset.
Yeah,
I'd be upset.
Don't disrespect our boy like that.
The only thing I would think is, do you think he's asking for it if he jumps into the stands with Packer fans? I think it would be foul, but I wonder if he's just poking the bear.
If you're a Packer fan, you got to be happy with what Aaron Jones gave you throughout his career.
Yep.
And then
fumbling in the 2020 NFC Championship game.
You decide to move on from him. You end up with Josh Jacobs. You got to be happy with Josh Jacobs. So, what is wrong? Why are you upset? Because he ended up taking where he can get paid, which is Minnesota? Yeah. I could understand you're not happy. You're not going to root for him. You're not going to clap if he scores a touchdown. He jumps into the stands, push him away, whatever. But, pouring beer on the man, I don't know.
You've gone soft on
I don't think I've gone soft on you. I think that
the Boston guy, where they're very known for being very good fans in Boston.
No, he's just saying love the one you're with, man.
Look, when it comes to to that, if an athlete has done right by you in your city, you give him a standing ovation, right? Trot Nixon left the Red Sox. He goes to the Indians. He comes back, his first at bat in 2003. Nobody knows who Trot Nixon is here. Boom. Yeah. Brian D knows because he's a Cleveland fan.
I don't know who the Indians are.
Everyone's giving. Sorry, the Guardians. Everyone gives them a standing ovation. At the time, they were named that. I was being historically accurate with that. But you understand my point is that happens all the time in different sports.
All right, I do want to shift gears to the actual game here because Jordan Love, it's trending after talking to Jason, hearing Adam Schefter, that he's likely to play. I think this is the worst spot possible for him to come back. The Vikings are a good defense. They blitz. He's not going to be trusting himself 100% in his first game back. He looked rusty in week 1. I don't think he's set up for success. What say you?
I mean, it depends how healthy he is. If he's not 100%, don't bring him back. You've stolen the last 2 games with Malik Willis, and you played remarkably well. You need him at 100% for the playoffs. So if he's not at 100%, yeah, they're going to make the playoffs.
You win 2 games. You're already thinking about the playoffs.
You win 2 games with Malik Willis. You're damn well better make the playoffs.
Thank you. See, this is a guy from Boston who understands what championship football takes and what it means. You guys are concerned about a Week 4 game against the Minnesota Vikings because it's a divisional game. Nobody cares because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the health of who?
Jordan Love.
And let's make sure he's healthy for the run. Now you don't believe in Jordan Love. Now you think that Jordan Love isn't as good as we believe he's going to be.
Do I believe that he is good? Yes. Do I want to see more consistency, which we don't know because week 1 he had some rust and it was a bad field, and now he's coming off injury? There's just a little bit of an unknown here. I'm not going to sit here and say he's God's gift. Was he God's gift for 10 games? Absolutely. Should you have made him your franchise quarterback? Absolutely. But there's still a little bit of unknown if he's going to be Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or somewhere a little bit behind that.
Matt LaFleur made Malik Willis look like a legitimate NFL starter.
It was the Titans and the Colts.
It doesn't matter. If he can make a guy that was said to not be able to play football, he doesn't know football, and a guy, the torch guy, he threw for 200 yards last week. He can make Jordan Love look good, too.
All I've been doing is listening to the Packer backer, green and gold goggle guy. I just was wondering if there was a different perspective from Greg today.
I mean, why would you rush him back? Again, and I don't know if they are. And I know that everyone likes to talk about, and Brad, you could probably every team has every athlete now is superhuman, and my ligaments heal faster than everybody else, and between Aaron Rodgers and as a kid. If he's not 100%, and the Packers are usually very good at this, hold him back. Like even if you start the season 2-2, that's fine.
If he plays, what are your expectations if he's 100%? What do you think he looks like?
He should look like Jordan Love. He should look like Jordan Love from last year.
$220 million man, not like.
Yeah, there's not a ramp up. Like if they're practicing and he's practicing the way he should be practicing, like he played 2 weeks ago. It's not like he hasn't played in a year.
Well, here's where you guys differ because you're tempering your expectations.
Well, yeah, I was up until yesterday where Rob Domofsky joined us, and it seemed like based off what Rob reported and based off what Matt LaFleur said, it seems like everything's pointing in the direction that they're confident that he's going to play. So my mindset is going into this week, they are game planning fully for Jordan Love to be the quarterback, whereas last week they were game planning probably for Malik Willis to be a quarterback and maybe Jordan Love being the quarterback. If they're confident in Jordan Love, then I feel confident as well that he's healthy.
It wouldn't be the end of a Greg Scalzo segment with Kyle Brust and Nortman if he didn't provide any story of anything weird I've done over the last 2 weeks. Is there anything that comes to mind?
Woodpecker? Did you know about the woodpecker?
Oh, he told me about the woodpecker. Ooh. Yeah.
It's getting worse.
I had a woodpecker issue with my house as well, yes. It's not great. You're not allowed to really do much about it.
BB gun?
I think
no, they're protected, Kyle. They're protected.
Oh, they are protected or protected birds?
They're protected birds.
I'll need to fact check this, but there was a woodpecker outside my childhood bedroom, and my dad put duct tape,
tin foil and stuff.
Because I think it's the color and the activity of it, that flapping in the wind.
Oh, we've got these reflectors hanging off of my house right now, and the woodpeckers haven't come back.
What's your hourly rate?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh no, I got a woodpecker guy.
Scalzo. Oh,
I got a woodpecker guy.
You got a woodpecker guy for me?
I'm happy to introduce you to a woodpecker guy. Not the cheapest woodpeckers, man.
Wait a minute. So there's a whole business that somebody could just be a woodpecker guy. You just go 1-800-woodpecker guy. They'll come out and they'll put the blind.
He came.
What woodpecker you want?
He came out. They patched the holes up because we had holes. Patched the holes up, then put those reflectors up, and he said if this still doesn't stop them, then they could come and trap the bird, but you have to put the reflectors up for a certain period of time first. There's all these DNR rules about woodpeckers. I don't have a lot of embarrassing stuff about you recently. I know you had what was it? The struggle of having to take care of your own daughter during the weekend.
Struggle. There was a struggle.
You had a little woe is me for the babysitting.
Did we talk about this on air about the whispering of somebody going to say, "Can you go give him a pick me up"?
What? I'm done with this. Greg Scalzo, thank you for joining Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We'll be back live from Magoo's on the Mound, but first, Brad, you are going to tell us about QC Kinetics.
Oh, that's right. QC Kinetics, they are the future of medicine. I saw it with my own eyes. I went to QC Kinetics to check it out for myself, get a little bit of diagnosis for my back, and just kind of see what they do. And let me tell you, you got to experience it to believe it, because this is advanced regenerative medicine on a cellular level I'm talking about. They're using breakthrough technologies in cellular therapies to enhance your joints, improve your mobility, and get you back to doing the things you love without the pain. I mean, it's unbelievable to see the equipment they have, their processes. We're talking about platelets and stem cells and plasma and tissue regeneration. The things they have in their toolbox will help you get back to what you need to do, which is getting rid of that pain in your knees, your hips, and your shoulders and your back. Life is too short to live in pain. You need to visit my friends at QC Kinetics and be one of the tens of thousands of satisfied patients. The consultation is absolutely free, and you can be able to experience the lasting joint pain relief that QC Kinetics is giving so many people. You could be next. They are the future of medicine. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
More Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Magoo's on the Mound. Coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you can say finna. Say, listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the show.
The Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Northbound 43 43 still dealing with that accident at Locust, blocking the right lane, tied up all the way back through the Marquette. We've also got southbound 43 backing up from Silver Spring all the way down to about Locust, and then back on the brakes from North Avenue down through the Marquette and over the High Rise Bridge. Southbound 41 heavy from before Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way down past Capitol. Northbound's backing up a bit too from Watertown Plank Road all the way up past Center Street, almost to Burleigh. Traffic is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear skies, low of 60 at the lakefront, 53 inland. Tomorrow, filtered sunshine, a high of 75 at the lake, 77 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Malzga on 94.5 ESPN.
Alex Stroh
is the fact that he's stepping into a really friendly system.
Gabe Neitzel.
They didn't give up more sacks is because Jordan is mobile. And
Jared Bush.
You're in Lambeau. You're the underdog. I think that's what you live for.
Talk green and gold ahead of the 2024 division opener. Green Bay Game Day, live from the shadows of Lambeau Field. Sunday morning starting at 9, right here on 94.5 FM. Streaming on the Wisconsin On Demand app and on video at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Jordan Love remained a limited participant in practice to start the week. The Packers quarterback has missed the last 2 games after suffering a left knee injury in the season opener. Head coach Matt LaFleur and how they go about practice with number 10.
We have a plan every day. Obviously, that's dictated by our medical staff in terms of how much he can do. And, so we'll just hopefully keep building him up every day.
Whether it's Jordan Love or Malik Willis under center on Sunday, the Packers welcome in the undefeated Minnesota Vikings to Lambeau Field. Kickoff is set for noon.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
From Magoo's on the Mound, where they have shuttles to all the home baseball playoff games, great food and drink specials, fresh handmade food, never frozen, and during Green Bay games, $2 pints, free halftime buffet, and free 100-square pool with great prizes of football apparel, gift cards, and a whole lot more. Great place to watch all the basketball games as we head into the winter season. I got to keep going here because it's so good. Tuesday night live music begins November 5th. Wednesday trivia nights November 6th. All at Magoo's.biz. That's Magoo's.biz, B-I-Z. Check it out for details. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. Alex Stroh is running the show. 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Brad, it's great to have you back. I'm sick and tired of listening to Kyle Wallace be super optimistic with his green and gold goggles. I want a true NFLer's perspective about what you've seen from the Green Bay Packers while you were gone and what you need to see from this defense before you call them elite.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest. I'll start by saying what Jeff Hafley has done and the acquisitions they've made has allowed this defense to take a step forward, right? The Packers were a defense that couldn't be relied on, can't get turnovers, and it always felt like was a area on the side of the ball that was holding this team back. So through 3 games, I'm here pretty positive. I'm pretty excited about what they're doing, whether it be the turnovers, the sacks against the Titans, and just downright looking like they're an aggressive defense. However, I can't crown this defense as fill in the blank, 10. top 10 championship type of elite defense that you can hang your hat on and lean on until I actually see it against good opponents. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys. They played the Colts and the Titans. Those are basically first or second year raw quarterbacks with offensive lines, particularly for the Titans, that are no good. I mean, they got 8 sacks, but that offensive line for the Titans is no good. Give the Packers credit for the turnovers, for the sacks. This is a different defense than last year. No doubt about it. I'm optimistic. I'm excited for them. I need to see them do it against a legit offense, the types of offenses they're going to be playing in the playoffs, before I say, yep, this is an elite top 10 defense.
And here's what I want to reiterate. I feel the exact same way as Brad, but I do want to reiterate that it is still an accomplishment, and you have to do what they did against those teams to start proving that you are heading in the direction of being an elite defense.
For sure.
That's the most important thing right there is the fact that the Green Bay Packers haven't had an opportunity to show us it wasn't against the greatest competition, but that's what you want to see. When the team goes up against a lesser opponent, you want to see that team dominate, obliterate them, and basically impose their will upon them. What you saw last week was a Titans offensive line that was shaky. The Titans were down. The Packers knew they were passing. And what did the Packers do? They pinned their ears back, and they attacked, and they ended up with 8 sacks. That's exactly what you want to see. You saw Jair making plays. You've seen them force turnovers throughout the year. That is something that I do not think is just like, oh, they're starting hot with turnovers. I think that's part of what they are going to be defensively with the Green Bay Packers. So I'm with you, Brad. I want to see them against a really, really elite offense, but as of right now, we already know this is not Joe Barry's defense. This is the new Jeff Hafley defense, and they're aggressive. They're flying around. I love seeing defensive linemen running 15 yards downfield to try to make a tackle. There's a different mentality that this team has, and as they continue to build their confidence and they could continue to put themselves in good positions by forcing so many turnovers, they will show you that they are truly a top 10 team. So I look forward. This week against the Vikings, there's some weapons that the Vikings have, but they're not playing elite quarterback. And so I still think this will be a test, but I don't feel like this is the test of all tests.
I agree with Kyle. I think the Vikings offense is good, but this isn't a quarterback of like, when you look at historic numbers, you know what he is. Has he had a great 3-game span? Absolutely. Do they have talent? Absolutely. Is Kevin O'Connell a great head coach? He's showing that, but it doesn't mean that Sam Darnold's going to be by barometer of what this defense is.
You know what this is like? This is like, you guys played video games growing up? You know how like you play through the video games and you level up to the next boss?
Yes.
This is like leveling up to the next boss. It's like harder to, you can tell clearly the next boss, a little tougher to beat, a little faster, a little bit more powers to it, but you wouldn't be able to get to that point if you didn't dominate the lesser offenses, which the Packers did. There is certainly buy-in, but it's just the next one. So this isn't elite, but this is the next challenge, and a good defense will take advantage of that.
I play a little too much Mario Party with Austin Della, a teammate of ours, and we never play the CPU in Mario Party on easy. We never play on normal. Once we are beating them all the time on hard, we then go to expert. And I feel like we are moving from the easy and normal to what is a hard, not an expert.
Right, and if you're going to be an elite Mario Party player, you can't call yourself that until you're competing with the expert. But to get to expert, you got to be fighting. What is it? Good? What's in between?
Easy, normal, hard,
and
expert.
Good. Yeah, expert. I think they're firmly in the hard phase. Like to face offenses. I mean, the Vikings were third on the list of most points scored, as we discovered in over/under today. So they're no slouch. I mean, they've got playmakers. Yeah. Sam Darnold's playing well, and Kevin O'Connell's a really good play caller. So
if you want to be a Mario Party,
you gotta be able to beat the boss on hard, and then eventually get to expert, because you're gonna be facing expert on your way to the Super Bowl. So I'm not willing to call them elite yet. until they start playing and beating and playing in the same capacity against teams like the Vikings that they did against
Brad,
the Texans and the Colts.
For me, I just think back to games against the Carolina Panthers and games against the New York Giants where it just felt like this defense against the Panthers, they let in too many points, and then against the Giants, they felt they couldn't get off the field. And it just didn't seem like the case against worse competition that they played with the Colts and they played with the Titans as well. So there's so many steps in the right direction that this football team is taking now. Are they an elite defense? I'm not putting them in the elite defense category quite yet, but I truly do think they're trending towards that, man. Don't y'all just feel a different swagger around this football team? And you're one who
There's
has
a
played.
honeymoon phase, as Brad talked about with the new coordinator coming in.
There could be, but Brad played on really good football teams, and sometimes you just get a feel and a vibe that, this is it.
Well, in those great defenses, there's buy-in and there's juice. And that juice is sustained. And I think that you are experiencing that right now with the Packers. And I think it becomes cyclical, right? You're starting to see that, okay, Coach Hafley is putting me in a position to succeed. Yep. You see it with Jair. You see it with Xavier McKinney, with those guys making game-breaking plays. Edrin Cooper's playing well. Defensive line's getting after it. Kyle, I'm holding you back something.
What you say?
No,
what you say about Xavier?
Because he said Xavier McKinney, he said Jair Alexander. Those are two guys who are playing at elite levels right now,
They
right?
are.
And that right there should give you the confidence that this football team and this
elite levels
defense
against
is better.
bad quarterbacks.
But Jair against A.J. Brown did give up a
minute.
hiccup, and now he's going to go against Justin Jefferson, which is a true test.
He'll have his chance again. But Xavier McKinney, when he went up against Jalen Hurts, Xavier, I bought my bad. You actually down in Louisiana, I heard some people were saying Xavier. I said, do you know? And so, but for real. But Xavier McKinney has shown against all quarterbacks this year that he can take the ball away. He can be a difference maker. Jair Alexander seems to be trending in the right direction when you have two guys elite in your defensive backfield, and then you got maybe a Devontae Wyatt. I don't want to crown him too early, but Devontae Wyatt has played very, very well early in this season. You're getting some difference makers on the D-line as well. You are overall going to have an all-around great defense, and that's why we should all be confident that this just isn't like they played bad teams, they did well. This actually is who this team's going to be this year.
Well, hopefully the Green Bay Packers win, because then Kyle's able to find his sleep oasis, and he can find a better sleep oasis by checking out IKEA. Because without a great night's sleep, you can't be at your best every day. IKEA has everything you need to create your perfect sleep solution, from stylish beds, mattresses, to essential storage. IKEA will quickly have you in a deep sense of relaxation. Get organized with their bins, basket, underbed storage for a clutter-free room. Finish it off with dressers, wardrobes, and nightstands. The nightstands in like the wardrobe area, it's like literally like a personal closet. Like you can build it out, and it feels like, you just built a whole spot for you to be like, I can get ready here. I got a closet. I got a mirror. You can literally make it whatever you want it to be. Discover your bedroom inspiration and solutions at IKEA.com/US, or just visit IKEA in Oak Creek. We hear from our producer, Alex Strofe, next on our favorite segment, Becoming Relevant.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Northbound on 43, continuing with this accident at Locust, blocking the right lane, making for delays all the way back through the Marquette interchange. Southbound 43, very heavy from south of Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive to Locust, then back on the brakes from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge, all the way down to the KK River. Eastbound 94, we're seeing delays from before Highway G, pretty much from Elmhurst Road all the way to Highway 16. We'll be back on the brakes from about 84th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange as well. And we're seeing some delays southbound on the bypass coming out of the zoo down towards Greenfield, and then again from about Oklahoma Avenue down and around the Hale interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 60 at the lakefront, 53 inland. Tomorrow, filtered sunshine, a high of 74 at the lake, 77 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lahaviga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wake up! It's time to find your sleep oasis at IKEA. Without a great night's sleep, you can't be your best every day. IKEA has everything you need to create your perfect sleep solution. From stylish beds and mattresses to essential storage, IKEA will quickly have you in a deep sense of relaxation. Get organized with IKEA's bins, baskets, and under-bed storage for a clutter-free room. Finish off your oasis with dressers, wardrobes, and nightstands. Discover your bedroom inspiration and solutions at IKEA Oak Creek today or IKEA.com/US.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
Looking for that ultimate game day hangout during football season? Welcome to Magoo's on the Mound, now open at 11 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday. With 13 TVs, you won't miss a moment of the action. Enjoy our free 100-square pool with amazing prizes and a complimentary halftime buffet. Plus, we've got great drink specials to keep you cheering. And don't forget, we offer shuttles to and from all Milwaukee baseball games. Magoo's on the Mound, where green and gold fans gather and where every game day is a win.
How would you like to own a jewelry store? Kessler's Diamonds is an employee-owned company.
And Kessler's is growing. Are you the kind of person we're looking for?
Does it make you happy to make other people happy? Are you a problem solver?
Would you like to wake up every morning knowing that you're going to help a lot of people find joy today?
Kessler's Diamonds is people serving people. Keep in mind that Kessler's is owned by its employees. So let me ask you this. Are you a good enough leader that you can be an owner who leads other owners?
Don't worry, you don't have to know about diamonds. We can teach you about diamonds. But the people we're looking for aren't looking for a job.
Did someone pop into your head just now? Do you think you might know who we're looking for?
Give that person a call.
Send them an email. Tell them to walk into Kessler's Diamonds and say to the person who greets them,
I think I want to work here.
Welcome to Kessler's. A fantastic place to buy jewelry and a wonderful place to work.
For the store nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, you gotta live life with healthy joints. You gotta feel good to do the things you love to do, and QC Kinetics will help you with that. They're gonna revitalize your achy joints that you're feeling right now as you probably hear me talk. Your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back, whatever it is, whether it be a pain from an injury or arthritis, they're gonna help you get your life back. When I went and visited there and saw it with my own two eyes, I mean, it was unbelievable what I saw. The way that they can use plasma and platelets and stem cells and other cellular therapies to help regenerate tissue. It was blowing my mind. I couldn't even believe it until I saw it for myself. It's time for you to experience what QC Kinetics can do for you. They're led by National Medical Director, renowned Mitchell Shinecup, who's renowned in the cellular research. They are the nation's leader in this breakthrough technology, so QC Kinetics is the place to go if you want to finally get rid of that nagging joint pain. You could be one of the tens of thousands of satisfied patients. Up next, when I saw it with my own eyes, I said, okay, I get it. This is why QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Get your free consultation today at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here at Magoo's on the Mound, 59th and Blue Mound. Alex Strofe back at the Gruber Lofts is One Call That's All Studios running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. But let's get to it. Let's hear from our producer. Let's hear Alex Strofe and becoming relevant.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
You guys got any cures for shin splints?
Ain't no way you got shin splints.
I got
It
shin
ain't for you.
splints.
From what?
How'd you get shin splints?
From walking around Tennessee.
Exactly. Walking around Tennessee, 19,000 steps a day. I used to be a cross-country runner, so that's when they started. But my right leg is in so much pain this week.
Shin splints are brutal. I think unsupportive shoes, tight calves, and Achilles. That'll do it. So stretch out your calves.
Stretch the calves, put 2 hands on the wall, and rotate.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to go do that.
Nope. This is your segment, not athletic.
Is it concerning? Is it concerning that his shin splints got activated from walking?
Yeah, it's very concerning.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's overweight
skin and
or
bones, dude.
Oh,
There's no muscle to support those shins.
Yeah, I mean, the shins are holding on for dear life.
All the impact is going to the bone.
What kind of shoes were you wearing, Strophy?
Just like Nikes, normal Nikes.
Are they old Nikes?
I bought them in like February.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised you got them. Maybe it's just overuse.
Okay.
Overuse. My God.
Unaccustomed use.
Well, yeah, I don't typically walk 19,000 steps a day.
Strofe, come on now. My mama could walk 19,000 steps and be okay and not have shin splints. And she's a senior citizen.
Speaking of senior citizens, Derrick Rose, the former NBA MVP, calling it a career after, I think it was 16 years in the league, or was it 13? What? Regardless, it was in the teens. Former MVP, career derailed by injuries. He was probably my favorite player ever. That's wait, what'd you say?
He can relate.
Wow.
Yeah, Kyle, you and Derrick Rose are on the same level.
What could have been?
Yeah, Brad would have got put out around.
I'm sure.
And I'm sure you would have taken a scholarship at the University of Wisconsin.
I sure would have.
Who's your favorite athlete whose career was cut short by injuries?
Jabari Parker. Jabari Parker, because he's
pull.
Milwaukee. That's the first one that comes to mind because Jabari, he was pretty explosive and he was coming to his own. Really, before Giannis took off, I thought this was going to be Jabari's team. We were going to have Jabari and Giannis. We were going to have a dynamic duo. Just didn't happen.
I'm going to have one that hits close to home. Luke Kuechly.
Ooh.
Luke Kuechly. Cool. Teammate, friend. Stay with him on the road.
It was really cool because as I was in Charlotte, Brad, I went to a brewery. Where the rehearsal dinner was, there was a picture of Luke Kuechly on the wall. I was like, man, this guy must be a local living legend.
He is a local living legend, and I know he's not a Wisconsin athlete, but he's a guy that there's a lot of guys that can put on a face, and then behind closed doors, they're really not authentic and not the dudes you think they are. That dude is completely authentic. One of the best dudes ever. Didn't care about the spotlight. Played ball like crazy.
I told you I rode the elevator with him at where Frank Kaminsky at the View.
Well, I know you went there. I didn't know you rode the elevator with him.
Oh, yeah. Me and Luke Kuechly were definitely on the elevator. I was like,
Did you say anything to him?
I mean, like, I gave him like a head nod. I'm cool.
What's up, man?
I did that. So in that building, so obviously there's a bunch of Panthers players, and so I did that one time. I was walking or taking the thing with Lexi, Patrick Ewing.
Oh,
Patrick
wow.
Ewing was in there.
What was he doing in there?
I was like, "What's up?" He goes, "Sup?" He goes, "Sup?" He was an assistant coach for the Hornets.
Oh, that's what's up.
There wasn't many moments where I was like, "Oh wow!" I was like, "Oh wow, that's Patrick Ewing."
Big man.
I mean, for me, I grew up in Illinois, and like through high school basketball, you always wanted to be somebody after all the people you guys watched, right? I was at the state tournament when Derrick Rose was in high school, so I was just a little young Ben Brust, just trying to want to be a basketball player one day. I have never seen anything like this man before in my life, right? I guess. The other thing I saw was when I was on the Milwaukee Bucks Summer League team, and I saw a different level of Giannis being the Greek freak. But in terms of nobody was faster, no one was shiftier, no one was quicker. Derrick Rose caught a rebound, got the ball, and was down the floor in 3 seconds. He got down faster than anything I've ever seen.
Real quick, what do you mean you were little baby Ben?
Yeah, you weren't that young.
He is literally 3 years, just about to the date. His birthday is one day after yours. 3 years older than you.
It felt like he was so much better than what I was.
He was a senior when you were a freshman.
He was so much better than what I was as a freshman that it was unbelievable to watch such greatness and know that
you seem like you were like 10 years old.
I'm not gonna lie. In my mind, I felt like I was 10 years old in Peoria watching. I don't know why they play the Illinois State tournament in Peoria.
That's where my kinfolk from, Peoria.
Yeah, my brother went to Bradley there.
Yeah.
But regardless, they play where the Bradley Braves basketball team played for the state tournament. Derrick Rose got from one end of the court to the other. I was like, that's just next level special that I could never imagine being.
His finishing around the hoop was unbelievable.
His bounce, ridiculous.
That injury really did derail his career.
September 26th is National Pancake Day. Start one, bench one, cut one. Pancakes, waffles, French toast.
Oh, now this is hard.
Oh, I can do that. You said start one, watch one?
Start one, cut one, bench one.
Oh, yeah. I'm cutting French toast. That's easy. It's just too much. Sometimes French toast is too much.
Yeah.
I'm benching waffles, and I'm starting pancakes.
I think I'm going to start waffles, bench pancakes, and cut one.
Awful takes. Benny's right the ship here, right?
I am going to start French toast.
What?
It has character. It is really, really, really good.
Character?
I'm going to
waffles have
bench waffle, and I'm going to cut pancakes.
No, you're all wrong.
I like pancakes, but I like chocolate chip pancakes with a ton of butter and syrup, and I like eating it to the point where I can't move and I have to take a nap. But just a regular pancake, I think, is kind of too plain for me.
You guys all suck.
Yeah, this reminds me, talking about pancakes and waffles, remind me of my trip to NOLA. Have y'all ever went to a restaurant and had food where people were dressed like you're at a strip club?
Yeah, it's called Hooters.
Yeah, okay.
I was not expecting that pivot.
No, because it made me think back to my weekend, and I just remember.
Maybe you were at a strip club that was serving breakfast.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It just made me think about it my weekend.
How was the food?
Oh, it was good. The experience was rocking. It was rocking, and the view was mwah.
One for you.
The view of the food.
Good follow-up.
Uh-huh. Last one for you, fellas. Thursday Night Football tonight. The 1-2 Cowboys visit the 1-2 Giants. The Cowboys 5-point favorites. I'm just asking straight up. Who do you like?
Cowboys. I like the Cowboys here. The Giants, they beat a Cleveland Browns team that is kind of disastrous from the inside and out.
What happened?
The Cowboys win. I don't know if they cover, but they'll win.
They have too much star power. They're going to find a way.
CeeDee Lamb hasn't been CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
And he had the blow-up, and you know when the blow-up happens? Yeah. He's too good and has too much of a rapport with Dak that I'm calling a 100-yard game and a touchdown for CeeDee.
No, and for them, this is like a must-win for them. It's a divisional game that's actually must-win for them early in the season. The Giants are not that good of a football team. Been somewhat competitive for the last 2 weeks, but this is a must-win game for the Dallas Cowboys because they can't go 1-3 with a loss to the Giants on their resume.
That would be panic mode in Dallas.
100%. Fire Mike McCarthy, they'll be saying.
Oh, wow.
All right, you going to finish becoming relevant here? Are we done? And then you can stretch your calves out?
Yeah, I already stretched my calves out, but I'm going to continue to do it here. Go ahead,
Yeah, I was
fellas.
going to say, you don't stop there. We're live from Magoo's on the Mound. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Just know at 59th and Blue Mound, they have shuttles to all home baseball playoff games. The shuttles are amazing. The service is amazing. The people driving the buses are amazing. Great food. It's all fresh, handmade, never frozen. Cribbage tournament starting on November 16th, followed up with a beer pong tournament that night. You'll have Tuesday night live music beginning November 5th, Wednesday night trivia on November 6th. It's all at magoos.biz, magoos.biz for details. Make sure you check it out. We wrap up Kyle, Brust, and Nortman before the Homer Hour next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Subarus, anybody in the Subaru driving down Fond du Lac or Capitol,
wow.
I'm like, you are not where you need to be driving that slow.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's always the Subaru.
It is always a Subaru.
And they likely have a lot of bumper stickers.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Badgers legend.
Hey, it's Ron Dane. The big guy can travel. It's touchdown.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Dane cuts back, and now he's going to take it. The Madison Express touchdown.
Ron Dane is football royalty.
1999 Heisman Memorial Trophy 2. Ron Dane of the University of Wisconsin.
Tune in Saturday morning at 9 for the Ron Dane Heisman Anniversary Celebration right here on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by Buck and Honey's, Coors Light, Gruber Law Offices, Gordon Flesh Company, and Feli's Flowers.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, get 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And remember, football season is here and cooler temps are on the way, so do not wait. For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free plus 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 years. Restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Daniel Hollab is with me. OAW offers a robotic partial knee replacement. What is that, and who would be a candidate?
We see a lot of the weekend warrior, maybe people that have played sports their whole life or had a knee injury somewhere along the line that now has led to a very isolated patch of arthritis in a portion of their knee, which traditionally may have been treated with a full knee replacement. Nowadays, we have very accurate computer-assisted robotic technology that allows us to target that small patch of arthritis and do a very limited replacement. This procedure tends to be minimally invasive. It's an outpatient procedure. It tends to need a little bit less of a recovery period, and it leaves you with most of your own knee. We've replaced the arthritic portions of your knee. You're able to lead a more active lifestyle after this type of a procedure.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Looking for a better used car interest rate? At Ewald, we make it easy to save thousands during the used car rate reduction event. Get rates as low as 4.9% on Ewald Automotive Group's best used cars. 4.9% on over 600 vehicles at 10 locations. Increase your purchase power with a better used car from the name Milwaukee has trusted for 60 years. Don't wait. Get a better rate. Available to very well qualified customers. Up to $20,000 financed for up to 48 months. See dealer for details. Offer expires month end.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
The annual Catholic Memorial High School Open House is October 13th. If your family is interested in becoming part of the CMH tradition, make plans now to attend from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sunday, October 13th. Register at CatholicMemorial.net. As the only school awarded the Exemplary Award for Academic Excellence by the Archdiocese, find out how your student can achieve more at CMH. Tour the school, meet faculty and coaches, learn about all the clubs and extracurricular activities. Register today at CatholicMemorial.net. Catholic Memorial High School, where you rise.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
So I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Oh, football season is here, and y'all know what that means, KBN Nation. The fall is also here, which means, though the weather's nice right now, cooler temperatures are on the way. And I want to make sure that you don't have to deal with drafty windows at all come this fall. And I want to make sure you are set up. And you can do that with my friends at Universal Windows Direct. They have their exclusive Super Spacer technology, which makes these windows perform better, last longer, and it helps keep your home more comfortable no matter the season. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000. And remember, for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Buy 20, get 20. KBN Nation, there's no limit. Plus, check this, 0% financing. Yes, 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 whole years. So again, for the last windows you'll ever need, go to UWD.com. That is UWD.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my Universal Windows Direct.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you live from Magoo's on the Mound. Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. A lot of people were reacting earlier to Brad Nortman, who stayed at a Inn Club.
Hey, you got the last part right.
Yeah.
What you call it, an Inn Club?
Inn Club.
What is it?
It's Ponte Vedra Inn and Club. So we got right.
Where do you find this at? Is this something that rich people know about? Because anytime I look for things, when it says 500 a night, I keep scrolling.
So it's one of the. There's no way to say this without sounding like
invite only.
It's probably the. It's probably the most sought after country club in Northeast Florida.
There it is.
It is.
Hey, my name's Brad Nortman. I played for the Jacksonville
Sawgrass.
Jaguars for 2 years. I know I'm not a member anymore, but would you be welcome to having me and some people for a couple nights?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. And part of it is a hotel. It dates back to 1928, and yeah, it's a sought-after country club as well.
I've never been a member
nice.
of a country club, but I've been able to go to a couple country clubs, and I feel like I recall people still tipping, even though they say they charge it to like the account. I still feel like people leave money on the table.
Yeah,
So
I mean that's what people with money do.
Yeah, isn't that like the culture of?
Yeah, because people are appalled because Brad spent all this money in the hotel room, had a run-in with the cleaning service 4 different times, got a relationship with the person, and did not leave a tip. Tom traveled for hockey tournaments, and when they leave on Sundays, they leave $10. And you stayed at a $500 place, and you didn't tip Fanny?
So I didn't know that Fanny and the rest of the cleaning ladies expected a tip. Like that is legitimately, I plead ignorance. That is legitimately news to me. I didn't know you're supposed to tip cleaning ladies. Is that universally known?
But you didn't have like a desire to say, man, she did so well, let me give her something?
Come on, Brad. They don't want your help. They want your tips.
I mean, I can understand that completely, though.
Josh from Heartland, 800-990-3776. Kind of surprised Brad didn't just bring his own sheets and towels to the hotel. That is
Brought
so
food,
smart.
alcohol, all that kind of stuff.
I actually travel with towels, not with Airbnbs, because
What's the difference between that and like a hotel, though? Hotel, they're just using same towels, too?
I feel like hotels are cleaner.
Dave from Aaron, who goes between calling Brad or Bradley based off him being stuck up or cool, chimes in. Brad was just appalled by tipping $20 to someone cleaning after his ass. That is it. You're Bradley until further notice.
Reverted back to Bradley. I achieved Brad status. What was that, last Thursday? That was short-lived, though.
It seems to me that you're fine with being called Bradley, like you're leaning into it.
I don't mind. Well, Bradley's my real name. I don't mind Bradley.
Yeah,
I think the name Bradley's awesome.
I don't know, Brad. You take a trip to Jacksonville, you hang amongst the bougie, and bougie Brad is in full force today.
Am I? Do I feel a little bit more bougie today?
You cross your legs and you say, well, this country
He's acting
club.
like he's still at the country club.
Yeah, snap out of it, man.
It's rubbing off on me.
We're at Blue Mountain 56.
I'm with my people.
No, you
Blue Mountain 59th, rather, at Magoo's on the Mound.
Yeah, I'm with my people here.
And your people, me, is a broke boy, so you need to get back to that broke boy mentality.
We also put it on the poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN. If Aaron Jones were to Lambo Leap on Sunday, is it fair or foul to accidentally spill beer on him? Fair, 58%. Foul, 42%. We have enough votes now without the swinging back and forth that it's in the majority fair.
58% fair. That is so high. I thought this was going to be 70-30 foul.
Yeah,
man, that's surprising me. For Aaron Jones, there's so many other Packers. I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. Aaron Jones?
This would be the first
time.
A
real Packer backer chimes in and says it's spilled on a Vikings player. Not Aaron Jones.
Yeah, this is probably the first time that I'll say I'm disappointed in KBN Nation.
I
know I am disappointed. And again, I am anti anything that's not Green Bay Packers. But we still got to have some dignity about ourselves. It's one thing if the beer accidentally spills. It's another thing if you say, oh, whoop, I accidentally spilled that. It's not like you're spilling it on Justin Jefferson or Randy Moss mooning us or Sam Darnold, the quarterback. We're talking about Aaron Jones that gave so much to the Green Bay Packers and gave us so many happy moments.
Yeah, I think so too. It'll be hard to not. Well, it'll be pretty easy to see him as a Viking, but for to go that far, I feel like those good memories just they take over. They take over. I couldn't myself do it.
Strofe asked an interesting question, becoming relevant, of whose career got cut short that you would like to have seen progress further. Sam chimes in the 414. Chris Borland.
Oh.
It might not be because of injury, but protection from future injury.
Yeah, or the concussions.
I don't know this one. But I do know. Excuse me. This one I do know. Obviously, Jermichael Finley being cut short.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good, yeah.
So you can keep those responses coming. You can let us know if you would spill beer on Aaron Jones.
Did you give one?
What do you mean? I said
Derrick
fair.
Rose.
Oh yeah, Derrick Rose. Just because I remember I was like so much younger than him.
Yeah, baby Brust.
So you chose the person that Stroh set it up with.
Been a great time to be at Magoo's on the Mound. Make sure you take their shuttles to all the home baseball playoff games. They have great food, tons of stuff going on all winter long.